Ready? Yeah. So, hello students, good morning. So today let us discuss the second worksheet from CBC 1 program. So hope you are enjoying, you are relaxing at home, right? So at the same time, so every day dedicate some amount of time for revising or brushing up the concepts we have discussed, because these are all the concepts which will be very important for upcoming 2-year program, right? Na? So now let us quickly get into the discussion of a worksheet. Yeah. So coming to the first question, the atomic number of an element is defined as, right? So you know very clearly what is an element, symbol of the element, then atomic number, mass number. I am not talking about atomic weight. Atomic weight is different from mass number, right? Na? So if you take some element as an example, let us say, I take a carbon, right? Na? So element carbon will have nucleons, and nucleons will be present inside the nucleus, right? And also it will be having electrons, right? Na? So these are the particles, main important particles. Nucleons are the one which will consist of both neutron plus proton. Neutrons are of a neutral charge and proton will be of a unit positive charge, right? And coming to electrons, electrons are the one with a negatively charged species which will be balancing the protons, right? In a neutral atom, how many electrons are there, that many protons will be there. Or how many protons are there in the nucleus, same number of electrons will be there outside the nucleus in different shells or orbits or energy levels, right? Na? So coming to here, this number itself is a mass number, right? That is denoted by A. A is a number of protons plus neutrons, right? And there is another term that is a Z, atomic number. This is a mass number, and this is atomic number, right? So atomic number Z is number of protons or number of electrons in neutral atom, because in ions the number of electrons will change. Or else, as a standard example, you can say mass number is a sum of neutrons plus protons, whereas atomic number is a number of protons. Atomic number is a number of protons because it is the change in electrons which will happen during the chemical reactions. There will be loss or gain of electrons, but number of protons within the nucleus will remain constant, right? Na? So that is why you can say atomic number is a number of protons. Now coming back to the question, the atomic number of an element is defined as, number of protons present in it, right? So number of protons in the nucleus, perfect. Number of neutrons in the nucleus, no. Number of electrons in an ion, also no. If it is a number of electrons in an atom, it may be correct, right? But he is saying that number of electrons in an ion, definitely in an ion, number of electrons will be changed. It will not be equal to the atomic number, right? Na? And sum of protons plus neutrons, this is a mass number, right? So therefore, the perfect answer here is number of protons in the nucleus, right? So hope you have understood. So little background information also I will be explaining, and if you are having any concerns also, you can raise in the chat box, right? So coming to the next question, which of the following elements is placed in group 17? So hope by now everybody is by-hearted, completed in preparation of periodic table, right? You have to memorize the entire periodic table in order to have a strong grip on inorganic chemistry. So understand the importance, and the way we have given it in your CBC material also, we have given blank boxes. Remember? So that is for you to fill it. First you to fill it, and then again after memorizing by hearting, again to fill it in individual SPDF blocks also we have given empty, right now. So memorize them. Now coming to group 17, group wise also it is important to memorize which elements will be present in the respective group. Suppose first group, what all elements will be belonging to, second group, third group, 15th group, 17th group, 18th group, something like that, right? So 17th group is the group of halogens, right now? And halogens general electronic configuration is NS2 NP5, NS2 NP5, right? So in halogens, what all elements will come under 17th group is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Astatine also will come, but we are not considering that, as these are the most important four: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So in this one, what element is given? Fluorine, oxygen belonging to 16th group, fluorine belonging to 17th group. So this is the answer actually. Sodium belongs to first group, then calcium belongs to second group. So the perfect example is fluorine, right? And understand one point while solving the question. Right now when you are creating the concepts, right, you are constructing your knowledge, you should not see about the options, which one randomly to see which one to be selected, which one will be the answer. You have to forget about the options. You only have to see the question. What is the concept within the question? So solve it in a systematic manner. Automatically you will arrive to the final answer, and then search for that final answer where it is present. Right now? So when to see the options, that is not now. So we will explain later strategically how to solve the maximum number of questions in a minimum amount of time duration during the exams. So that will be discussed later, right? So now fluorine is the answer for this question. Now which of the following elements is placed in group 1? Group 1. Similar to the previous question only this one. In group 1, what all elements will come? Hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium. Right now? So which element is given here, that you have to check it. And group 1 elements, what is the general electronic configuration? NS1. This is one of the very important concept, right? And coming to here, lithium is a group 1 element. Now you see, you reach to the answer. Lithium is the answer. Boron. Boron is NS2 NP1. So the group number is 10 plus 3 because the P block है ना, post D block elements they are. So 10 plus number of valence electrons you have to take for group number. So this is 13th group, right? And then coming to calcium, this is NS2. So second group it is argon, NS2 NP6, noble gases or inert gases, 18th group elements, right? So 18th group elements. 18th group element. So here lithium is the answer here for this question. Very simple, very basic question. Most of you might have already periodic table in your lower classes, 9th and 10th. So within a second you can solve this type of questions, right? The periodic law. Actually the question should not be given like this. It should be mentioned, is it the what he is talking about, Mendeleev periodic law or modern periodic law or Moseley periodic law. But as a Mendeleev periodic law is a history now. Right now Mendeleev is a history. Maybe in future Moseley's periodic table will be history, right? So right now whatever Moseley or modern periodic table, long form of periodic table we are following, that is the periodic law you have to consider here, right now. So what the periodic law says, the modern periodic law says that the properties of elements are the periodic functions of their atomic numbers, right? So based upon the atomic number or number of protons within the nucleus or number of electrons outside the nucleus is the one which decides the position of element or its properties, physical and chemical properties, that itself is established, given as a law, right? That is what the periodic law. The properties of elements, up to here it is same in all of the things. The properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic numbers, correct. Atomic mass, wrong. Density, wrong. The properties of element depends only on the number of neutrons, wrong. They will not depend upon neutrons at all, because neutrons are neutral in charge, zero in charge, therefore they will not depend on number of neutrons. So first option is only the one correct, right? Now going to the next question, which of the following elements is found in the noble gas elements, noble gas group? Already this also we have taken, noble gases, right? Or inert gases or 18th group elements. Noble gases or inert gases or 18th group elements, their general electronic configuration is NS2 NP6, right na? NS2 NP6 is the general electronic configuration. And what all elements comes under noble gases or 18th group elements is helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, right? And radon is radioactive in nature. Xenon compounds, well-known xenon compounds, we know it also. Krypton, very few compounds of fluorine and oxygen we know. Anyway, this will be discussed in its respective block properties. Now, our point is that which element belongs to noble gases, right? Sodium belongs to first group, right? Argon belongs to 18th group. This is what the answer. Nitrogen belongs to 15th group. Then phosphorus belongs to also 15th group. Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. These elements belongs to the same group, right now? So he is asking about argon, which belongs to 18th group elements or noble gases, right? So which of the following elements has the smallest atomic radius? Smallest atomic radius. Maybe some students might have found it a little confusing or difficult, but it is an easy concept only. One thing what you have to understand, in the periodic table, whatever the overall periodic table I am taking, the main segment of the periodic table I am taking, when you are moving from left to right in a period, right? So when you are moving from left to right in a period, size, atomic size, let's say, right, decreases, sorry. Atomic size, or else I will write it above, okay na? Left to right, when you are moving from left to right, that means like you are moving from lithium to beryllium to boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, right na? So when you are moving from left to right, atomic size decreases. Atomic size decreases. 1 second. Yeah, sorry, it is very hot here. So left to right, atomic size decreases, and from top to bottom, what will happen to atomic size? Atomic size from top to bottom increases, right na? So this is the general idea one should have. Atomic size from left to right decreases and from top to bottom increases. Then from left to right, if it is decreasing, from top to bottom it is increasing, what will happen, sir, if we are going a diagonal? It will remain constant, right? Almost nearer to constant, right na? So now, coming to, he is asking about 4 elements. Lithium, sodium belongs to the same group. Let us take below to lithium itself. Then after lithium will come beryllium, and below to beryllium will come in the same group magnesium. So two elements of alkali metals and two elements of alkaline earth metals are given, right? And as per this point, lithium, beryllium, who is bigger? From left to right, size decreases. That means beryllium is smaller than lithium. Lithium is bigger than beryllium. So he is asking about the smallest atom. Smallest atom means already lithium is bigger than beryllium. Then you can eliminate lithium, right? Na? Because smaller than that is what beryllium is. Then in comparison to sodium and magnesium, sodium is bigger than magnesium. So here between sodium and magnesium, as magnesium is already smaller, you can eliminate sodium also, right? Na? Now between beryllium and magnesium, what will happen from top to bottom? Atomic size increases. Means magnesium is bigger than beryllium, right? So if magnesium is bigger than beryllium, you can eliminate magnesium also. Now what you came to, you have reached to beryllium as the smallest element in the periodic, in the four given elements, right? Beryllium the smallest element and sodium the biggest element in these four elements, right? Na? So beryllium is the answer. Next, interesting, right? Next, which of the following is the correct electronic configuration for calcium? So electronic configuration, writing the electronic configuration is a very, very, very important concept which many of the students are learning new now. So that is the reason why we have kept this very important concept in a CBC course itself, the bridge course itself, so that when you move to the main course, you will not find that much difficulty. At least you will have the idea that you can follow, you can pick up with the subject expert early, right? Faster. So which of the following is the correct electronic configuration for calcium? First of all, what is the atomic number of calcium? To know the atomic number of calcium, I should know what is the position of calcium in the periodic table, or at least to what group the calcium belongs to, right? Calcium belongs to alkaline earth metals or second group elements. The second group elements are beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, right? Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium. Now we know beryllium atomic number is 4, right? Then to the 4 you have to add 8. 4 plus 8, 12, right? Again you have to add, this is a 8, 8, 18, 18 rule, you know na? So to the 4 if you add 8 you got 12. To the 12 again you add 8, you will get 20. To the 20 if you add 18, you will be getting 38. That is a strontium. So in that manner, atomic number can be calculated if at least you know to which group that element is belonging. What is the position of that element in the periodic table? Then you can calculate atomic number. And once you calculate atomic number, so many points you can list down, or you can find out for that element. Like you can write electronic configuration, you will come to know how many valence electrons are present. You can come to know what can be the general oxidation state of that element by losing or gaining of electrons to reach the nearest noble gas configuration, right? So whether it is a metal or non-metal also we can find out. So many things can be known by finding out the atomic number. So now calcium's atomic number is 20. So with the 20, you can write its electronic configuration, right? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. Tell me. So this is a 2, then 8, 10, 12, 18, right? 4s2. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2. So 4s2 is the final electronic configuration to say. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2. This is perfect, right? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10. 3d10 will not be filled before fourth shell. 4s and 4p filling. After 4s, 4p filling only 3d will be filled. That above diagram you might have studied, right? In the basics of atomic structure. There it will come. So this is wrong, right? Now coming to here, so it is 2, 4, 10, 12, 18 only. So this is a argon electronic configuration. That is also wrong. Then coming to this one, 2, 4, 10, 12, 12, 18, 19. This is potassium electronic configuration. This is also wrong, right? So this is of argon, this is of potassium. So this is the perfect example, perfect answer for this question. Next, the element with atomic number 18 is, this has come just before itself. So let's quickly tick mark this and go, right? Atomic number 18 is argon, right? So next, do you know the atomic numbers of other elements here? That is helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon are the elements given here. So helium we know, hydrogen helium, atomic number is 2. To the 2 you add 8, you will be getting 10. To the 10 you add again 8, you will be getting 18. To the 18 you add 18, you will be getting 36. Krypton is 36. Then helium is 2. Argon is 18. Already we know it. And neon is 10. So in this manner, you should know this rule, that is 8, 8, 18, 18, 32 addition. So if you add another 18, you will be getting xenon atomic number. If you add 32 here, you will be getting atomic number of radon. Right? So very important concept for inorganic chemistry. Now coming to find the period and group of calcium. This concept is also very, very important, and also it is not only that it is a fundamental concept as we have given in the CBC, but from this concept directly in the JEE main final exams also the questions will come. That much important, finding out period, group, block. That means altogether finding out the perfect address of that element in the entire periodic table, position of that element in the entire periodic table, right? So this is an important concept. Now coming to calcium, how to find the group, period and block, let us find out. For calcium he is asking, first of all in the previous question we have calculated what is the atomic number of calcium, right? 20. If 20 is the atomic number, what is its electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2 is the electronic configuration, right? 20 is the atomic number. Now from this, how do you find the group number? Group number is the one, what is the number of electrons in the valence shell for representative elements. First of all, to say period, let us find, as he is asking in the question, period. How do you find the period? Tell me. It is the highest energy shell or the highest orbit into which the electron is entering. Highest energy level or shell into which the electron entered. What is the highest energy level here? That is fourth, right? Therefore, fourth period, right? So therefore it belongs to fourth period. Now coming to group number. What is group number? Actually, before finding group number, we should find the block. Block. Into which block the last electron is entering? Last electron is entering. Last electron is entering into s block, right? So therefore it is s orbital. Therefore it belongs to s block. For s block elements, what is the group number? Number of electrons in the valence shell, right? Group number is the number of electrons in valence shell. So how many electrons are present in the valence shell? What is the valence shell here? Fourth shell is the valence shell. How many electrons are there in the valence shell? Only 2 electrons are there. Therefore it is therefore it is second group, right na? So fourth period and second group. Third period second group wrong. Fourth period second group correct. Second period first group. Fourth period first group, right? So going to next question. Which of the following elements is a transition metal? Which of the following element is a transition metal? First of all, do you know what is a transition metal? The entire periodic table, Niels Bohr, right? Have you heard of this scientist? Niels Bohr. So the entire periodic table is classified into 3 categories by Niels Bohr. Sorry, 4 categories by Niels Bohr. That is first one is representative elements. This is before the modern periodic table. Understand this point also. Representative elements. Then second one is transition elements. Then third one is inner transition elements. Then fourth one is inert gases. By that time, noble gases term was not given, it was just inert gases, right now? So now representative elements, right now the representative elements are S block plus P block except noble gases. So these are the representative elements, S block plus P block except noble gases comes under representative elements, right now? Now coming to transition elements. Transition elements are, according to this classification, the definition of transition elements is the elements in which the D subshell is incompletely filled. The D subshell is incompletely filled. First of all, electron should be filled in D subshell. Electron should be there. That means the element should belong to D block. And within that D block also, the D subshell should not be completely filled. Like in zinc, 3D10, that is not transition element. It is a D block element, but it is not a transition element. Understanding? So in that manner, D subshell should be incompletely filled. First of all, if you say sodium, sodium is not a D block element, right? Iron is a D block element. Calcium is not a D block element. Boron is also not a D block element. So there is no much difficulty here, because only one D block element is given. Within that itself will automatically become the answer. But the point what I am saying is, if at all they have given 2 or more D block elements, you should write their electronic configuration. Suppose instead of boron they have given zinc. Zinc is also a D block element. Iron is also a D block element, but zinc is not a transition element. It is a D block element but not a transition element, because its a D subshell is completely filled, 3D10. Whereas iron, what is the atomic number of iron? 26, na? So what is its electronic configuration? Divide it and make it as a D and S. That is a 3D6, 4S2. This is a shortcut in writing the electronic configuration of 3D elements, right? So 26, 3D6, 4S2. This will become a D and this will become S. So here in D subshell, only 6 electrons are there, right? So that is incompletely filled because a d subshell can accommodate total 10 electrons, but only 6 are there. So this is the incompletely filled. Therefore, this can be the transition element. Very, very important concept. To know the difference between d block element and the transition element, right? Next, the formal charge of an oxygen atom in the molecule ozone is. First of all, what is ozone? What is its Lewis dot structure or Lewis dot structure, as you pronounce, Lewis dot structure, right? So, Lewis dot structure of ozone is like one central oxygen atom with a double bond with one of the oxygen atom and with a dative bond with another oxygen atom. So, totally here 2 covalent bonds and 1 coordinate covalent bond, right? And 2 sigma bonds and 1 pi bond. This is the coordinate covalent bond, sigma bond also, because it is the first bond formed between 2 atoms. Any bond, whether it is a covalent bond or coordinate covalent bond, formed first only between the 2 atoms, then it is sigma bond, right? Now, or else I'll take in another color, okay na? Sorry, this is like this is something like how we have to show is dative bond. We should show it like this. This has a donated, na? So that is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and these are the 2 electrons donating, right? So here, if you see formal charge, first of all, tell me what is the formal charge formula, right? Formal charge is number of electrons before bonding, right, minus number of electrons unshared or unutilized, right, minus half of number of shared electrons shared, right? Now here 3 oxygen atoms are there. Actually the question is wrong. Why? Because there are 3 oxygen atoms. He is not asking whether it is the central atom he is asking or any of the surrounding atoms. This is the central atom, these 2 are the surrounding atoms. The formal charges between central atom and surrounding atoms are different here because it is an unsymmetrical structure, right? So in this one, what we can say is, let us assume this is OA, right na? This is OB, this is OC. I calculate for OA, let us assume, right? So for OA, formal charge of OA is, all are oxygen atoms only, but they are different oxygen atoms. That point we have to understand, right? So OA, coming to OA, how many electrons before bonding? 6 na? Minus number of electrons unshared, 2 plus 2, these are the 4 electrons unshared, 4, minus half of number of electrons shared, that is 2 plus 2, 4. So here 6 minus 4, 2, 2 minus 2, that is 0. So formal charge of OA is 0. Then similarly, formal charge of OB, number of electrons before bonding we know, that is 6, minus number of unshared electron, that is this one, is 2, these 2 electrons, minus half of number of electrons shared, 2, 4, 6. So this comes to 6 minus 2, 4, 4 minus 3, 4 minus 3 will become plus 1. Then formal charge of OC is OC means this one. 6 minus number of electrons before bonding, 2. 6 minus that 6 minus number of valence electrons minus number of unshared electrons, 2, 4, 6, minus half of number of shared electron. These two are the shared electrons, right? So 1. So 6 minus 6 is 0, minus 1, that is minus 1. So this oxygen formal charge is 0, OB formal charge is plus 1, and OC formal charge is minus 1. All three atoms are having different formal charges. Understanding? So this is the manner how we have to calculate the formal charge. Understood? But here we cannot give the answer, right? This anyway, this you can eliminate. But among these three, for which oxygen atom he is particularly asking, we do not know, right? Therefore, we cannot put the answer here. Question is wrong. Then going to the next question, in the Lewis structure of methane, the number of lone pairs on the carbon atom. Methane Lewis dot structure is something like this: carbon, carbon electron, hydrogen electron, then again carbon electron, hydrogen electron, again carbon electron, hydrogen electron, then carbon electron and hydrogen electron. So these are the 8 electrons for carbon and 2 electrons for hydrogen, right now? So where are the unshared electrons? That means lone pairs on carbon atom. There are no lone pairs. Whatever 4 electrons are there, all the 4 electrons are utilized in a bond formation, CH4 molecule formation, right? In this manner. So therefore, there is no lone pairs on the central atom. That is 0. Next, number of bond pairs and lone pairs in the molecule of ammonia. Same type of concept, but the molecule is changed. Nitrogen has a electronic atomic number 7, electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1, 2pz1, right? Now if you take it in the similar manner, right? Nitrogen with 2, 1, 2, 3. So total 5 electrons are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now each hydrogen having 1 electron, right? So pairing with unpaired electron. So making this as 1 bond, then second bond, third bond. Now this is the lone pair. These 3 are the bond pairs. If I write the bond structure, this is a structure of ammonia molecule, right? So he is asking number of bond pairs and lone pairs. Bond pairs are 3, that is 1, 2, 3. Bond pair 3, lone pair 1, that is this one, right? 3 and 1. Bond pair and lone pair 3 and 1. Lone pair and bond pair 1 and 3. This type of change also will be given in the options just to confuse you. Okay. So bond pair and lone pair 3 and 1. 3 and 1, this is the correct. 2 and 2, 4 and 0, 1 and 3. This is also wrong. You can see here 1 and 3 same number is there here also. But it is 1 bond pair and 3 lone pairs. That type also can be given. Now going to the next question. According to the octet rule, atoms tend to. Some atoms will be having little excess over octet configuration, that is 8 electrons, right? Suppose you take a sodium. Sodium is the element, atomic number is 11, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. If it has to reach octet configuration, the only 1 electron present has to be lost. Has to lose the electron. 1 electron has to be lost. Suppose I take in the similar way fluorine. Fluorine atomic number is 9. 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. So it is having only 7 electrons. So if it can gain 1 electron from outside, it can reach the octet configuration. Like octet configuration can be reached. So here fluorine is ready to gain the electron. Suppose if you see carbon, atomic number is 6. 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So here in the valence shell 4 electrons are there. and 4 more are required. None of the element can lose 4 electrons continuously, or 4 electrons can be gained. Neither losing that many electrons or gaining that many electrons is possible. In order to avoid this problem, what they do is they share the electrons. If there is a large number of electrons to be gained or lost, they will not either lose or gain the electron, just they will share these 4 electrons with other elements, 4 electrons, and will reach to octet configuration here. 4 plus 4 will become octet. That means there can be possibility of losing the electron, gaining the electron, or sharing the electron also. So all the 3 possibilities are there. Loss of electrons to achieve octet, 8 electrons, correct. Gain of electrons to achieve 8 electrons, correct. Share of electrons to achieve 8 electrons in the valence shell, this is also correct. And all these 3 options are correct. Therefore, option 4 is also correct. So this question, suppose in a funny way to say, like if it is in the JEE main exam or NEET exam, this is only the answer, because JEE main and NEET will have single option questions. But when you go to JEE advanced question, more than one option correct answers will be there. That means here 1 is correct or not? Correct. 2 is correct or not? Yes. 3 also correct. 4 also correct. So the same question, if it comes in NEET or JEE main, only 4th option is correct. But the same question when it is coming in JEE advanced, all the 4 are correct. First, second, third, fourth. So understand the difference. This is the beauty of different pattern exams, right? In the molecule of H2O, the number of bond pairs and lone pairs, this same like methane and ammonia we have taken. So oxygen with 2 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs, right? 2 plus 2 it is. So there will be no confusion. 2 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs, easily you can get it. Then next, the formal charge on nitrogen atom in the molecule ammonia is. In the molecule ammonia is. Ammonia, already we have written the Lewis dot structure also just before, right? Now, formal charge of nitrogen is number of electron before bonding 5 minus number of unshared electron, that is these 2, minus half of number of shared electrons, 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 6, right? So this is a 5 minus 2 minus 3. How much it comes to? 5 minus 2, 3 minus 3, that is 0. Formal charge of nitrogen is 0 in ammonia. Easy enough? Next, in the molecule of CO2, the number of sigma bonds is, right? First of all, you should write what is the Lewis dot structure or Lewis dot structure of carbon dioxide molecule, right? CO2 molecule. Carbon to have atomic number 6, 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. 4 valence electrons are there, right? So if I put the 4 valence electrons here, right? Then, sorry, this is carbon in carbon dioxide, right? Na? Carbon in carbon dioxide. And what about oxygen? Oxygen atomic number is 8. So electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. So it has 6 electrons, right? Each oxygen has 6 electrons. That means oxygen with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons are there like this. So understand one point, carbon requires 4 more electrons for reaching octet, and oxygen requires 2 only electrons for reaching octet, right? So for this reason, what you can understand is oxygen will start sharing 2 of its electrons with 2 electrons of carbon, right? The remaining 4 electrons will be present like this, right? Now this electron and this electron together will form the bond. Now coming to carbon, 2 more electrons are there, na? on the other side. So these two electrons will be sharing with two of the electrons of another oxygen atom, right? So this is one bond, this is another bond. So in this manner, if you see here, how many electrons are there for oxygen? 2, 4, 6, 8. Each bond is of 2 electrons, right now? 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 electrons are there. And coming to this oxygen, also 2, 4, 6, 8 electrons. And coming to carbon, 2, 4, 6, 8. Carbon also reached octet configuration. So this is what the Lewis dot structure of carbon dioxide molecule. I am writing it in this manner, like, sorry. Right now? Now, how many bond pairs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Within them, how many sigma bonds? 2 sigma plus 2 pi. Because in every multiple bond, one will be the sigma bond, remaining will be the pi bonds. So this is a sigma bond, to say this is a sigma bond, this is a pi bond. This is a sigma bond, this is a pi bond. Right now? Then how many lone pairs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Lone pairs. Pairs he is asking, not lone pair electrons. Lone pair electrons will be individual electrons. 8 are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But he is just asking lone pairs, right? Lone pairs are 4. So in this manner, very clearly you have to understand the structure of the compound. Now in the molecule of carbon dioxide, the number of sigma bonds. Total number of covalent bonds are 4. Among them, 2 are sigma bonds, 2 are pi bonds. So 2 is the answer. If he is asking, instead of sigma bonds, if he is asking a number of covalent bonds, it will be 4. Number of dative bonds, 0. Right? 0. 0 is not given in the option. So depending on the question, you have to answer it. Now, the octet rule is violated by which of the following molecule? Right? So the octet rule for carbon dioxide already we have seen. It follows octet. Right? In H2O, oxygen, hydrogen, hydrogen. So if it is, these are the 2 electrons, these are the 2 electrons. So total 8 electrons here. So this is also following octet. But boron, fluorine with this is the Lewis dot structure of boron trifluoride. Right? If you see here, boron having how many electrons? 6 only electron. 2, 4, 6 only electrons. So this is loss of octet or deficiency or not within the octet. So this is the answer. Again, CH4 we already know it. Octet is there here, 8 electrons. For a hydrogen anyway, octet will not be followed because it is a duplet configuration only, maximum possible, because it has only one s orbital. Right now? Now going to the next question. The number of sigma bonds and pi bonds in the molecule formaldehyde. Formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is the compound that you can write it as HCHO, or you can also write its structural formula as like this. In any manner we can write. Now, how many sigma and pi bonds are there? This is a sigma bond, this is a sigma bond, and in a multiple bond already I told you, one is the sigma bond, one is the pi bond. So 1, 2, 3. 3 sigma plus 1 pi bond are present in formaldehyde. 3 sigma and 1 pi bond. 3 sigma and 1 pi bond. Right now? Simple, right? Next. The definition of formal charge is, actually formal charge is not the true charge. True charge is what? The atom is completely, truly, literally losing the electron or gaining the electron. Then there will be development of charge depending upon number of protons within the nucleus. Suppose a neutral atom is losing 1 electron. then number of protons are constant, right? So plus 1 charge will be there. Or if any atom is gaining 1 electron, that means number of electrons are 1 extra over the number of protons present. So minus 1 charge will come. But here formal charge is not that charge. That is the true charge on an ion. But formal charge is just to track or to understand how many electrons are given to that particular atom in the covalent molecule or ion formation, right? Previously how many electrons were there, and now after the molecule or molecular ion formation how many electrons are there. That difference only for that particular atom is given as formal charge, right? So the charge on an atom in a molecular ion based on the electron distribution, that is perfect. The charge of an atom in a molecule due to its number of valence electrons, no. The total number of electrons in a molecule, no. None of these also no, because there is an answer here, right? The charge on an atom in a molecular ion based on the electron distribution, right? Before bonding and after bonding, how the electrons are distributed, that gives the charge of formal charge of an atom, right? So going to the next question, which of the following molecules contain both sigma and pi bonds, right? One by one, let us take a he is asking very simple question. In the given molecules, which molecule will have both sigma and pi bonds? Sigma bond should be there, pi bond should be there, right? If it is a molecule, must and should sigma bond anyway will be there. So you should search for pi bond presence. If that molecule is having pi bond, that will be the answer. Cl2 molecule. So Cl2 molecule is something like this. Cl. There is only sigma bond, no pi bond. Sigma bond, pi bond. Sigma bond is there, pi bond is not there. Coming to carbon dioxide molecule, already we have discussed this one. So these are the sigma bonds, these are the pi bonds, right now? So sigma bond, pi bond. Sigma bond is there, pi bond is also there. So this can be the answer, this cannot be the answer. Coming to methane molecule, C, H, H, H. If you start practicing the Lewis dot structures and calculation of formal charges, you also can write like me the structures of spontaneously the structures of different molecules. Like, so here sigma and pi bonds, only sigma bonds are there, pi bonds are not there, therefore this also cannot be the answer. And coming to O2 molecule structure is this one. This has sigma and pi bond. Sigma bonds are there, pi bonds are also there. One sigma bond, one pi bond. There are two answers in this question. So second option, there is a pi bond. Fourth option also there is a pi bond, right? Second option, in carbon dioxide pi bond is there. In O2 molecule also, dioxygen molecule also pi bond is there. So both sigma and pi bonds are present in CO2 and O2 molecule. So both can be the answer for this question, right? The next, the number of sigma bonds in the molecule of N2 is, N2 nitrogen atomic number is 7 na? So its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. So only 5 electrons are there in the valence shell. So if 5 electrons are there, what nitrogen will do is it will share 3 of its electrons with the another nitrogen atom. Like another nitrogen, let us say this is another nitrogen like this, right? Now these 2 electrons together will form one bond, second bond, third bond, right? So with this 2 plus 2, 4, 6, 8 electrons. Now this nitrogen also 2, 4, 6, 8. Octet is reached for both the atoms, So this is the Lewis dot structure of N2 molecule. So in this Lewis dot structure, N, triple bond N, how many sigma bonds are there? This is a sigma bond, this is a pi bond, or else I will draw it bigger, okay? Nitrogen, another nitrogen. This is a sigma bond, this is a pi bond, this is a pi bond. So 1 sigma plus 2 pi bonds in N2 molecule. So he is asking only sigma bonds, 1 sigma and 2 pi bonds. So first option is perfect for this question, right? Going to the next question, the number of lone pairs on the central atom of SO2 molecule is SO2 molecule, sulfur dioxide molecule, right? So SO2 molecule, the Lewis dot structure will be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then sulfur 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the Lewis dot structure. In this he is asking a number of lone pairs on the central atom. He is asking only about the central atom. He is not asking total number of lone pairs, right? So only on the central atom it is 1 electron. Total lone pairs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lone pairs are there. Total lone pair electrons 10 will be there. Total surrounding atoms lone pairs 4 will be there. Total surrounding atoms lone pair electrons 8 will be there. So in that manner, based upon perfectly, right, specifically what is asked in the question, accordingly only you have to answer is. Here he is asking central atom lone pairs. Number of lone pairs on central atom. Lone pair is 1. 1 lone pair is present. Lone pair electrons 2 will be there, right? So in that manner. Next, going to the number of lone pairs and bond pairs around the central atom in a BF3 molecule. The number of lone pairs and bond pairs around the central atom in a BF3 molecule. BF3 boron atomic number is 5 na? 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. So in the valence shell only 3 electrons are there, right? And coming to fluorine, atomic number is 9. 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. In the valence shell, 2p5. Just with this 3 we are getting it confused, right? This is 3 electrons and 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. So total in the valence shell we are having 7 electrons here. So boron is the one like this, boron with 3 valence electrons, right? Na? These are the 3 valence electrons of boron. Then each fluorine is having 7 electrons. So boron 1 electron and fluorine 1 electron will be bonded. Now fluorine has reached octet configuration. Coming to another fluorine here also it has reached octet configuration. Coming to this fluorine also reached octet configuration. So in this manner all the 3 fluorine atoms have reached octet configuration, but boron is deficient of octet because it is having 2, 4, 6. Only 6 electrons are there in boron, right? Now coming back to the question, number of lone pairs and bond pairs. Lone pairs, coming to boron, this is the story of boron. How many lone pairs are there on boron? 0 lone pairs, right? 0 lone pairs, lone pair 0, lone pair 0, lone pair 1 wrong, lone pair 2 wrong. So 0 lone pairs should be there. And bond pairs, how many bond pairs are there with boron? 1, 2, 3. 3 bond pairs are there. 4 bond pairs wrong, 3 bond pairs correct. So first option is the perfect answer for this question, right? So now let's go to the final question, last question of this session. The formal charge of oxygen atom in the carbon dioxide molecule is, right? So carbon dioxide molecule, Lewis dot structure if you write, this is the Lewis dot structure of a carbon dioxide molecule. In this one, he is particularly asking formal charge of a central atom, right? Central atom is carbon only here. So this is here formal charge of carbon is formal charge of carbon is number of electron before bonding 4 minus number of unshared electrons. Number of unshared electrons are 0 minus half of number of shared electron 2, 4, 6, 8. Right? So this is a 4 minus 0, 4 minus 4. So that is 0. Formal charge of carbon, that is a central atom in carbon dioxide, is 0. Right? So myself, MVK sir, 8142424141 is my WhatsApp number. If you are having any doubt, you can message me also. Right? Hope you have understood all the 25 questions, very important concepts which will be helpful for your upcoming 2-year JEE preparation and also NEET preparation. So hope you have enjoyed this session and understood the concepts, learned some new points also, and we will meet in the next class. Happy preparation and a happy vacation also. Thank you. Bye. And the next session will start by 10:20, right? So next class 10:20 AM it will start. Okay na? Chalo, thank you. Ten to 10:20 is the break time, right?
Good morning to all of you. Let us start now worksheet 2. Newton's first law is also known as. First, what is Newton's first law? Every body continues its initial state of rest or uniform motion along a straight line path unless it is acted upon by a net external force. What do you mean by that? If no net external force is acting on the body, then body will be either at rest or body will continue along a straight line path with constant velocity. What is inertia? The inertness or inability or incapability of a body to change its initial state by itself. Clear? So now, according to Newton's first law, body will like to continue its initial state. Either it may be of rest or it will be uniform motion along a straight line path that is with constant velocity. So for this question, Newton's first law is also known as the law of inertia. So your answer will be number 2. Did you understand this? Clear? Now, let us move to second question. What is the SI unit of force? You know force equal to force mass into acceleration. Okay, mass, your unit is kilogram, A, meter per second square in SI. To give honor to Newton, the SI unit for force is being given as Newton. If 1 Newton force is acting on a body of mass 1 kilogram, it will produce an acceleration of 1 meter per second squared along the direction of force. So, the SI unit of force is Newton. Let us move to next question now. We are number 3 now. A body continues to be in rest or uniform motion unless acted upon by an external force they have written. Actually, it will be net external force because on the body many forces may act. Okay, no. And in the beginning I told you it is Newton's first law. So for here, your answer will be Newton's first law. Move to next question. Which law explains the recoil of gun? Anytime, have you fired a gun? If you are in NCC, you would be getting chance to fire, okay, no, a gun. When you are firing a gun, bullet is moving in forward direction and gun is recoiling in the backward direction. If you are keeping gun here, you'll be feeling a very large force acting on it. So, every action has equal but opposite reaction. Recoil of gun is based on this, so it is Newton's third law. So, here answer is Newton's third law. Let us move to next question. Force equal to mass into. In the beginning I have written no, force equal to mass into acceleration. So your answer is F will be m, a scalar quantity, acceleration, a vector quantity. The direction of acceleration will be that of force. Let us move to next question now. The acceleration of an object is directly proportional to. Now, you take here F, again I am writing m, a. Now, you are considering mass to be constant. In Newtonian mechanics, mass is not changing. Mass will be changed in relativistic mechanics given by Albert Einstein. In Newtonian mechanics, mass of any body will be taken constant. So here, acceleration will be depending upon force. It is directly proportional to the force applied. Answer number 2. As you will be increasing the force, acceleration will also be going on increasing. Next, let us move to next question now. A rocket moves upward due to. I'm finding most of the questions are theory-based questions, concept-based questions. We have selected the questions based on mainly concepts in Worksheet 2. A rocket moves upward due to. Now, if you are considering a rocket from downward direction, your gas is being ejected and rocket is moving in forward, vertically upward direction. So this is nothing but action and reaction force. So answer for this moves upward due to action and reaction force. Clear to you? Let us move now to next question. Momentum is the product of. You have two momentum, linear momentum and angular momentum. Here, they mean to say about linear momentum. Angular momentum term will be studying in rotatory motion. In Newton's laws of motion, we are talking about linear momentum, which is mass times linear velocity of a body. So momentum is the product of, check, mass and velocity. Your linear momentum P will be mv. Momentum is the product of mass of the body and linear velocity. So direction of linear momentum will be direction of velocity because mass is a scalar quantity. Let us move to next question now. Unit of linear momentum is. Now, when you are taking unit of linear momentum, the linear momentum will be mv. In SI, unit of m is kilogram. In SI, unit for velocity is meter per second. Check the answer. You have kilogram meter per second. So answer for question number 9 is kilogram meter per second. Let us move now to next question. Which quantity is conserved in the absence of external force? When no external force is acting, velocity of any body will remain constant. If I multiply by mass, which itself is constant, then it will become linear momentum. So, according to principle of conservation of linear momentum, in the absence of net external force acting on any physical system consisting of mutually interacting bodies, total linear momenta of interacting bodies will always remain constant. They are asking you which quantity is conserved in the absence of external force during a collision, and your answer is linear momentum. So answer linear momentum. Clear to you? Now let us move to next question. Which of Newton's law define force? A good question. You have two things. One is definition of force. Second is measurement of force. Definition of force means qualitative concept of force you are getting from Newton's first law. And measurement of force you are getting from Newton's second law. F equal to m into A, you are deriving from Newton's second law. You know that rate of change of linear momentum of a body is directly proportional to net external impressed force on the body, and this change of linear momentum will occur in the direction of force. That's your Newton's second law. So here they are asking you about definition of force. Force will be that external agency which when act on a body will change or will try to change the initial state of the body. You may ask, why sir you are telling try to change? Suppose this wall is there and I am exerting force. Can you move the wall? No, no. But you are exerting force. You are trying to change. So force, according to Newton's first law, when it will act on the body, it will change the initial state of the body. Either initial state will be that of rest or uniform motion along a straight line path. Means if force is acting, body's initial state, either you take velocity or you take position of rest, will change. May change also is possible. A body is at rest and you are applying a very less force, body may not move. So which of Newton's law defines force? It will be Newton's first law. Newton's second law will be giving you the measurement of force or the formula for force which you are writing as F equal to m into A. Let us move now to next question. If no net force is acting on an object, then if no net force is acting on the body, again Newton's first law, what will happen? Body will keep its initial state, that's the inertia. Either inertia of rest would be, or inertia of translatory motion would be, or inertia of direction would be. So if body is at rest and no force is acting, body will be at rest. If body is moving with certain velocity, body will like to continue its initial velocity intact. So if no net force is acting on an object, then it moves with constant velocity. It may move with constant velocity or it may be at rest according to first law. It depends upon initial state. Here, if you see the four alternate, first they say speeds up, number 2 it says slows down, number 4 they say you stop. For all the three, you need certain force. Speeds up means you are accelerating the body. Slow down, you are retarding the body. Means you are exerting force in a direction opposite to the direction of motion of the body. It stops, retardation is so much that final velocity of the body becomes 0. So 1, 2, 4, you will have to exert some force on the body. So if no net force will act on any body, body will continue its initial state. Initial state that may be of rest or it will be moving with constant velocity. Let us move now to next question now. A bus suddenly stops and passenger falls forward. Now, I have taught you inertia, 3 types you have taken. Inertia of rest, inertia of translatory motion, and inertia of direction. How to identify? You must consider the initial state of the body. If initially body is moving, then you will be considering that is inertia of motion. If initially body is at rest, then you will be considering it as inertia of rest. Now here a bus is suddenly stops and passenger fall forward. How it is happening? the lower part of body of passenger is in contact with bus, and bus is moving. Okay, no? Bus is moving. The complete body is moving. Now, all of a sudden, bus is stopped. When bus is stopped, lower part of the body will come to rest. But upper part of the body, what will happen to it? Due to inertia of motion, it will like to continue. It will like to move. The upper part of the body will like to move, and lower part of the body will come to rest as bus is stopped. So this is a case of inertia of translatory motion, because upper part of the body will like to move in forward direction, so passenger is falling forward because lower part of the body will be coming to rest. It happens in the case of bike also. Many of you have driven bike. When you are moving on bike and all of a sudden you are stopping, some obstacle had come and you have stopped. Upper part of the body is moving in forward direction. So this is a case of inertia of motion. Now, let us move to next question. Which law explain swimming action? In swimming, you are moving in forward direction and pushing water in backward direction. Okay, no? So here, this is action and reaction. Your body moves in forward direction when you are pushing water in backward direction. So, which law explains swimming action? Guaranteed it is Newton's third law. So, which law explains swimming action? Answer is Newton's third law. Directly, if you remember all the three laws, concept-based questions based on Newton's laws of motion, you can answer. Now, move to next question. Linear momentum is a quantity. 2-3 times I told you. Linear momentum is mass into velocity. Mass is a scalar quantity. Velocity is a vector quantity. When we multiply a scalar to vector, resultant will be a vector quantity. You know, 3 types of product you are taking for vector. When you will be coming, we will teach you in detail about vectors. First is when we multiply a scalar to vector. For example, suppose I have a vector quantity A and I multiply it by a scalar quantity n. Resultant vector will be n times A. Magnitude, if this is resultant vector, then magnitude of resultant vector n times magnitude of vector A, and direction of resultant will be that of direction of vector A. Here your linear momentum is mass times velocity. So magnitude of linear momentum will be mass times magnitude of velocity vector. And direction of linear momentum will be direction of velocity vector. The linear momentum is a vector quantity because it is product of a scalar quantity and a vector quantity. When we multiply a scalar quantity to a vector quantity, resultant will be a vector quantity. Is it clear to you? So linear momentum is a vector quantity. Clear? Understood? Now, move to next question. A 4 kilogram object accelerates at 3 meters per second square. Now, they have given you mass as 4 kilogram. Acceleration, they have given you, this is mod, they have given you 3 meters per second square. they are asking you magnitude of force. The magnitude of force, this will be equal to mass times magnitude of acceleration. So this will be equal to 4 into 3, this will become 12 Newton. So answer for this question is 12 Newton. Clear to you? Direct formula. You have used formula for force, and that is the basic formula for force. Force m into a. Clear? Mass is given, acceleration is given, just multiply. Answer will be there. Now, move to next question. I'm now on question number 17. A body of mass 2 kilogram. So let us write mass is 2 kilogram. It is moving with velocity 5 meter per second. So velocity magnitude they have given you 5 meter per second. What is linear momentum? Linear momentum is mass times velocity. Magnitude of linear momentum will be mass times magnitude of velocity factor, linear velocity factor. You know that you have linear velocity, also you have angular velocity. So we must say linear velocity. So here, momentum, I'm taking magnitude will be mass times magnitude of velocity factor. This will become 2 into 5. This is 10 kilogram meter per second. So for this, your answer will be 10 kilogram meter per second. Check again, you are understanding or not. Simple, direct formula based problem it is. Before that also direct formula you have used for force. Here direct formula you have used for linear momentum. Now let us move to next question. Now we are on number 18. What force is needed to accelerate a 10 kilogram object? So mass they have given you 10 kilogram and acceleration they have given you. Mod A they have given you 2 meter per second squared. You will be wondering why I am writing mod. The reason is they have not spoken at all about direction of acceleration, only magnitude of acceleration they have given you, and they are also asking you only magnitude of force. If you take magnitude of force, the magnitude of force will be mass times magnitude of acceleration. It is 10 into 2. It will become 20 Newton. Your answer is here 20 Newton. Check. Easy now? Simple formula for force you are using. F equal to m into a. Now let us move to next question. I am now on number 19. Momentum of a 5 kilogram body moving at 4 meter per second each. You will be wondering that, sir, in all these problems we are going on calculating momentum, force, acceleration. Why? The reason is we are giving you fundamental concept. Basic concept should be cleared. Right now, when you are coming on 2nd or 3rd June, then we will go in more depth about the problems. Clear? Momentum of means when you are solving these problems, your basic concepts related to Newton's laws of motion will become cleared. So when you will be coming here, we can go in more depth. We will be solving highly typical problems and all at the time. The momentum of a 5 kilogram body moving at 4 meter per second is, again you take linear momentum. This will be mass times velocity. Mass they have given you 5 kilogram, mod of velocity they have given you this into 4 meter per second. How much you are getting? You are getting 20 kilogram meter per second. Check. Answer is number 3. Your answer becomes 20 kilogram meter per second. Now, let us move to next problem. If momentum is 40 kilogram meter per second, the momentum magnitude 40 kilogram meter per second, and mass is 8 kilogram. Mass is 8 kilogram. Clear to you? Linear momentum is 40 kilogram meter per second and mass is 8 kilogram. They are asking you what will be its velocity. So, again you use linear momentum is mass times velocity. The velocity will be how much? Mod V will be equal to mod P by M. Mod P is 40, M is 8. How much you are getting? 5 meter per second. Your answer for this question is 5 meter per second. It will become number 3. Did you understand now? Clear to you? Now, let us move to next question. We are now on number 21. Two bodies, 2 kilogram at 3 meter per second. So I have two bodies, M1 2 kilogram and V1 3 meter per second, right? Now M2, your M2 is 1 kilogram and V2 is 0. They are asking you what is total linear momenta before collision. First thing, that collision will occur or not. Because for collision, they must give the direction. Okay, no. First body must move towards second body. They have given you second body at rest and first body is moving. If in its path second body will not come, how there will be collision? So, collision will take place when first body will be moving towards second body. Assume that collision will be taking place. First, are you knowing what is collision? I will be talking about collision if time will be left. Right now. And for IIT, it is a highly typical topic and we are teaching in a separate way, separate chapter we have kept for collision. For intermediate, collision, conservation of linear momentum, all we study in Newton's laws of motion. But for IIT, when you prepare, we will take collision as a separate unit in dynamics. You will have elastic collision, perfectly elastic collision, perfectly inelastic collision. If time will be left now, a bit in brief, I will be speaking about conservation of linear momentum and also about collision. So please check here, they are asking you what is total linear momenta before collision. Okay, no? So it will be equal to P total. This will be equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2, m1 2, v1 3, m2 1, v2 0, 6 plus 0, you'll have 6 kilogram meter per second. Check, your answer will be number 2. Answer is 6 kilogram meter per second. All of you followed it now? Now, let us move to next question. What is the acceleration when a 12 Newton force act on 3 kilogram mass? So what they have given you? They have given you F 12 Newton and they have given you mass 3 kilogram. They are asking you what? Acceleration. It is better when you are solving problem and if you have time, first step, what quantities are being given to you, write it. What are they asking you, that one also you write. It will help you in correlating first step and second step. So here, force and mass given to you, acceleration they are asking you, F, you take ma, a equal to F by m, 12 by 3, this will become 4 meter per second squared. Your answer is 4 meter per second squared. Check, verbally you can solve this problem. 12 by 3 equal to 4 meter per second squared. Let us move to question number 23 now. A 1 kilogram ball, M1, 1 kilogram, moving at 10 meter per second, V1, 10 meter per second, hits a wall and rebounds at 6 meter per second. They're asking you change of linear momentum. Here, direction will play very, very important role. Change will always be any physical quantity. It will always be final minus initial. Correct? So suppose I have a wall and you have a ball. Its mass is 1 kilogram. It is moving in this direction with velocity, let us take u, 10 meter per second. And it returns back, let us take v, at 6 meter per second. They're asking you change of linear momentum. The change of linear momentum vector you take. This will be equal to m v minus m u. If you take this direction as positive x direction, then the rebounding direction will be taking as negative x direction. Okay, no? If positive x direction I show with I, then this u in vector form you will be taking 10i, and this in vector form you will be taking 6 minus I. Clear to you? mv, so you will have m, v minus u. Now, m is how much? 1 kilogram. It is 1. V you take, it is minus 6i, minus u you take, it is 10i. How much you are getting? 1 into 16i. Correct? So, if you take minus, so your direction is 16 minus I kilogram meter per second. It means that if ball is rebounding, the direction of change of linear momentum is negative x direction after rebounding in whatever direction ball is moving. That will be the direction of change of linear momentum. Okay, not the direction in which ball is moving and hitting the wall. Your answer, roughly if you want to say, simply tell mb plus mu, sir. That is magnitude. But direction is also playing very important role. This problem also can be told, suppose I have dropped a ball, right now, and it has hit the ground with velocity 10 meter per second, and it is returning back with 6 meter per second. Ball has mass 1 kilogram. The change of linear momentum, its direction will be change of linear velocity. Initially, its velocity is in vertically downward direction, and final velocity is in vertically upward direction. The change of velocity will have direction in vertically upward direction. So it will have same way your answer will become 16 kilogram meter per second. And what will be direction of change of linear momentum? In this particular case, it will be in vertically upward direction. Understood now? So this question is clear to you. If you understood this, then move to next question. You have a 5 kilogram object. The mass they have given you 5 kilogram. Initially at rest is acted upon. So its initial velocity is 0. It is acted upon by force of 10 Newton for how much time? 2 seconds. They are asking you its final velocity. Slightly 2 steps will be needed. First, you need acceleration because they are asking you final velocity. Final velocity v will be equal to u plus at. Do you need a? Right now, for a, you need force by mass. Your force is 10 Newton. 10 Newton and mass is 5 kilogram. A magnitude 2 meter per second squared. You are getting acceleration as 2 meter per second squared. Now you want v. V equal to u plus at. Now v will be equal to u, they have given you 0, a is 2, and t they have given you 2. You are getting 4 meter per second. So answer is 4 meter per second. Simple. Till now, only one formula you were using for solving the problem. Now, you need two formula. You have taken first formula from Newton's second law, and second one you have taken from kinematics first equation, v equal to u plus at. Check. Is it clear to you? First, from F and M, I have found acceleration, and then we have used v equal to u plus at, and it is so simple. Initial velocity they have given you 0. Clear to you? The answer 4 meter per second. Answer is number 2. Clear to you? Now, let us move to next question. A 50-gram bullet. So, mass, they have given you 50 gram. This is 50. In SI, we will be writing all physical quantity. 50 into 10 to the power minus 3 kilogram. Okay. Now, is fired from, this is mass of bullet. We are indicating mass of bullet from a small m. Now take mass of gun. M is 5 kilogram and it is fired with a velocity of 400 meter per second. So we will take velocity of bullet 400 meter per second. They are asking you what is recoil velocity of gun. The initially bullet is inside gun before firing. So before firing, bullet is inside gun. Gun is at rest. Okay, no? And bullet is at rest inside gun. The total linear momenta before firing is 0. And after firing, okay, no, we will be considering that. They are asking you velocity of recoil. Let us suppose velocity of recoil is v, which they are asking you. Then total linear momenta must be conserved, no external forces acting on the system. The initial linear momenta is 0. This must be equal to final linear momenta, mv plus m into v. If you take mv plus m into capital V, then capital V will be equal to minus mv by capital M. Clear to you? Now substitute the value. Minus m is 50 10 to the power minus 3. Velocity is 400 by m. They have given you 5 kilogram. Right now, so 5, 50, it will become 10. Now 1, 2, 3, 10 to the power 3 and 10 to the power minus 3. These 3 cancelled. Remaining quantity is only 4, minus 4 meter per second. Negative sign is indicating that your gun will be moving in a direction opposite to the direction of velocity of bullet. If you consider that bullet had moved in positive x direction, your gun will be moving in negative x direction. So here answer, because already the word recoil is there. Recoil means the direction opposite to the direction in which you have fired the gun. So negative sign already is representing recoil. So answer is 4 meter per second. Is it clear to you? If you understood this, then next question, if it is there. There is no question, right? I feel now all questions I have answered to you. Okay? Within 1 or 2 minutes, still much time we have, we will be learning conservation of linear momentum, right? And a bit in brief, I will be telling you about collision. Just wait for 2 minutes. देखने का माइक काम कर रहा है कि नहीं? Okay, my dear students, all 25 questions I have given you answer. Okay, no? And in worksheet 2, only these 25 questions were there. Actually, these were concept-based questions, and this class is concept building course na. Then concept building course, you will be studying about those problems from which your concept will become strong. But still I have time. So why not from Newton's laws of motion, we will learn some topic. Either you take conservation of linear momentum, okay, or you take collision, or you will take problems. What you will like to take? May I take problem? Okay, so let us take problem then. Any topic you can take. Suppose I have a rope. I'm taking a rope. This is a rope. Its mass is capital M. You know, this is IIT asked. Okay, no? In IIT advanced, they have asked this. And this is the first question related to your tension. Okay, no? And before you have gone for holidays, your teacher has spoken about tension, and he had made, okay, perhaps he has solved some problems related to tension. So about this only I am telling you. Suppose I am exerting a force F. It has total length L. Okay, no? We want to find tension at a distance x from the end where you have exerted force F. Clear it is? It is a rope. This rope, I have given you mass M. In horizontal direction, you have exerted a force. Suppose this entire rope is moving in this direction with acceleration A. Where you have exerted force, at a distance x from there, you want to compute how much tension is acting. Basically, tension is a tensor quantity. Okay, no? But for simplification, okay, no, we'll be considering tension to be acting in only one direction. At any point, if you take tension, it will be acting. This side is pulling. Suppose I am taking tension here, then this side of rope will exert on this side of rope tension in this direction, and this side of rope will be applying tension in this direction. At same point in opposite directions. I can easily say, suppose you two friends are there holding each other hands, and two other boys want to separate you two. So they are exerting equal but opposite forces on you two. So what will happen? You will be holding your friend's hand more tightly. You will be pulling your friend towards you, and your friend will also hold your hand more tightly towards himself. So at this point, tension is acting in opposite directions. This part is pulling this part in this direction, and this part is pulling this part in this direction. So what to do? Already free body diagram your teachers have taught you. Okay, no? So what we'll do, first consider total rope as one physical system. How many forces are acting? Identify according to free body diagram. Then on entire rope, only one force is acting in horizontal direction. Yes, in vertical direction, mg will be acting. But we are interested in finding tension in horizontal direction. So, F This is equal to total mass into acceleration. In free body diagram, what you are doing? You are identifying how many forces are acting on a physical system. If more than one forces are acting, then you are taking resultant. Okay, no. After finding the resultant, you are equating it to m into a net. So what I do, I will take entire rope, and on rope in horizontal direction, only one force is acting, F. F is equal to m into a. Clear to you? So first you tell me this first equation is clear to you. Now I take free body diagram only for this part, beta, this part. Okay, no? This part has length x. Suppose for this part of length x, mass is small m. Then how many forces are acting? I'm drawing a small diagram for this part. This part, it has length x. Here F force is acting, and here T is acting, and this entire rope is moving in this direction with acceleration a. F net. This will become F minus T. F minus T. This will be equal to m into a. M is the mass of x length of the rope. Now, mass of x length of the rope, how much it will be? For capital L length, mass is capital M. The mass per unit length will be m by L. So what will be mass of x length? M into x by L. So this small m will be mass per unit length into length. This into a, this is F minus T, this is your equation number 2. Understanding now? Clear to you? Now, you take remaining part free body diagram. This is the first easiest problem. And unique feature is, in IIT Advanced this question had come. Okay, no, the very first problem related to tension they had asked you in IIT. Now, for this part, here a single force tension is acting. Here, any force is acting? No force is acting. So in horizontal direction, on remaining part, only one force is acting, and that force is T. So this is T, net force is T. And what is its length? Length is L minus X. Now, F net must be equal to mass into acceleration. So suppose its mass is m dash into a. Now, what will be value of m dash? M dash will be mass per unit length. So mass per unit length into length. Length is L minus X into acceleration. So this is your equation number 3. You can use equation 1 and 2, you will get tension. Or you can use equation 1 and 3, then also you will get, okay, no, tension. The better to use equation 1. From equation 1, what you are getting? A equal to F by M. So we will substitute here M by L, L minus X, and at the place of A, I have kept F by M. Now, M cancelled. You are getting T equal to L here you take. 1 minus x by L into F. So tension at this point is 1 minus x by L into F. Are you understanding? Clear to you? Your answer is tension acting in the rope at a distance x from the end where force is being exerted is 1 minus x by L into F. Clear to you? In this, they have not asked. I am asking you. Same question I can ask you with a slight change. You will do in your homework. Okay, no? Everything is same. Rope on a frictionless floor, you are applying horizontal force F, mass same capital M, length same capital L, right? But find tension at a distance x from the free end. Same technique you adopt and try to get, and you'll be telling me, right? Now, let us move to next question. Same in continuation. Suppose you have a box. You can fill with anything. Gold. There is a box filled with gold. And you are connecting it with a rope. So I am giving you a box. This box has mass capital M and it is connected with a rope. If you are connecting it with a rope, it has mass M and I am taking length L, right? This is a frictionless floor because if you will consider friction, then additional force also you will have to consider. You know that friction opposes relative motion. So when you will try to pull the box in positive x direction, your ground will exert a frictional force on the box in negative x direction. So in Newton's laws of motion, friction we will not consider. After learning Newton's laws of motion, in next chapter we will study friction, and then again we will be considering free body diagram and similar type of problem you will be solving. So here now question number 2 related to tension. I have given you a block of mass capital M. It is connected with a rope of mass M and length L. And you are pulling it by applying a horizontal force F. And system is being accelerated because there is no friction. So whatever force you will exert, system will move. I want to find out, number 1, how much force will act on this block here. Let us suppose this force is T1, right? And I want to find tension in this rope here at a distance x from the block, right? 2 questions we are taking. I have 2 purposes. I have taken mass of the rope, and I want to show you that if mass of the rope will be neglected, then tension at every point of the rope will remain same. So first what you do, entire physical system you consider as one system. Means you are taking block, you are taking rope, whole as one system. Then what will happen? In this entire whole system, only one force is acting, and that force is F. Then F will be equal to total mass. Total mass is mass of the box plus mass of the rope into acceleration. You take equation 1. Now, take capital M box as one system. Okay, so on this box, here I am taking T2. So on this box, only one force is acting, T1. This will be equal to mass into acceleration. So if they are asking you how much force is acting on the box or on the block? Simply substitute the value of acceleration from first equation. So A will be equal to F by m plus m. So T1 will be equal to m F by m plus m. This is your answer, the force which is acting on the block. Clear? Now, we want to find tension in the rope at a distance x from the box. Now, for this, you'll have to consider this as one system. So, for this system, here only one force is acting, that force is T2. So, you will have T2 will be equal to mass of the system. So, mass of the box plus mass of x length of the rope. It will be mass per unit length into length. Okay. Linear mass density, mass per unit length, m is total mass of the rope, L is the length of the rope, mass per unit length is small m by L into length, length is x. So, this is total mass into acceleration, and you have acceleration F by m plus m. So, T2 will become m plus m by Lx F by m plus m. So, how much tension you are getting? T2 equal to m plus m by Lx by F by m plus m. See here, T2 is a function of x. Am I right now? You are finding a term x here when mass of the rope you have considered. Maybe rope, maybe string, maybe chain. If you'll be considering the mass, then guaranteed tension will be function of x. Means at different point of the rope or at different point of chain or string, tension will change. But for time being, mass of the rope you neglect in comparison to mass of the block or mass of the box. What will happen? This term will vanish. When this entire term will vanish, your T2 will become mf by m plus m. What do you mean by that? It means that T1 and T2 both become equal. Yeah? Tension at every point of the rope. First you check, here it was mf by m plus m. Here also you are getting mf by m plus m. Means if mass of the rope is completely neglected, tension will not depend upon, okay, its length. It will not vary from point to point. Tension will remain equal. So in most of the problems, what you do, here you check, you have neglected m, this m also is gone. So this is becoming now m f by m. This is your f. Here this one neglected, so T1 will become again f. No change at all. Here f, here f, here f, here f, here f. At every point you have f if you are neglecting a small m. So in most of the problems, what we do, we are neglecting mass of rope, mass of chain, mass of a string. So now what I do, I am taking 3 bodies now on frictionless floor only. M1, M2, M3, and here I am applying force F. This is a frictionless floor. This one is M1, this is M2, this is M3. Here you are taking T1, here you are taking T2, right? And you want to find T1 and T2. Entire system take as one system. If I take whole as one system, then your F will be equal to M1 plus M2 plus M3 into A, because on entire system only one force is acting. Now, you want to find T1. Take this as one system. Then T1 will be equal to M1 into A. And A from here you take. It will become M1 by M1 plus M2 plus M3. And here it is F. You want to find out T2. Now to find T2, this whole you take as one system. Then T2 will be equal to M1 plus M2 into A, M1 plus M2 divided by A value from here you are taking. How much you are getting? M1 plus M2 plus M3 into F. Can you draw some conclusion? You check the denominator. In mass of the rope you have neglected. Mass of chain or the string, whatever you are taking, you have now neglected. So at every point your tension is same. If it is here T1, 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 here T2, T2, T2. Right? And a very unique feature you are finding out. If you are finding tension here, before this force you have exerted in rightward direction. So towards left, whatever masses are there, you add. Keep it in numerator. And in denominator, take total mass. Check this. Is it clear to you? If suppose I will be taking here 5 masses. M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, and frictionless floor, you are exerting force F. If you are finding tension here, the tension here will be M1, denominator is total mass, sigma I equal to 1 to 5 mi F. If you are taking T2 beta, here T2, left of this side, how much mass is there? M1 plus M2. This will become M1 plus M2, and here total mass, M1 plus M2 plus M3 plus M4 plus M5, sigma I equal to 1 to 5 mi into F. You want tension here, it is T2. If you want T3, same way beta, numerator will be left force you have exerted this side, left of this, M1 plus M2 plus M3. Denominator, sum of all the masses into F. You want here T4. So T4 will be left hand side, sigma M1 plus M2 plus M3 plus M4 divided by denominator, total mass M1 plus M2 plus M3 plus M4 plus M5 into F. Understanding now? Simple clue. Based on this, I am giving you a small problem. I am taking 1 kg, 2 kg, just 3 kg, 4 kg, 5 kg, any number you want you can take 5 kg and apply here 30 Newton. This is frictionless floor. You want here T1, we want T2, we want T3, you want T4. How to get? First denominator keep ready. The denominator is 2, 1, 3, 3, 6, 4, 10, 5, 15 kg. So F by your T I have told you. Here total is 15, here is 30. So 15 into 30, 2 you keep in hand and here just substitute. From left, if they are asking T1, so you have 1 into 2, 2 Newton. T2, 213, 3 into 2, 6 Newton. T3, you have 32516 into 2, 12 Newton. T4, add 43729 10 into 2. How much you got? 20 Newton. Are you understanding? Then you can generalize it as a formula. How will you generalize? If I have M1, M2, M3, so on, MP, and here you have MP plus 1, and then you have, suppose n bodies you have, and you are applying force F, frictionless floor, you want tension here. Mane TP you want. Very easy. What you do? In numerator, before, at this point you want tension na? The left of this side, how much mass is there? Sigma I 1 to P Mi by. Denominator, take sum of all the masses, n number of blocks you have taken. So it will be sigma I 1 to n Mi into F. Based on this, a general formula you have developed. Did you understand? Further, I will be going on discussing about these type of problems when you'll be coming back. Today, I'm keeping till here. Next Saturday, again, I'll meet you for worksheet 3. Have a nice day. Thank you to all of you. 10 minutes break will be there. After that, your math sir will come.
Good morning, students. So last time we have discussed CBC 1 worksheet 1, which was based on number system. Today we are going to do CBC worksheet 2, which is based on quadratic equation. All right. So let's start solving the question. I hope all of you have solved the questions. There were some mistakes in some questions which are out of syllabus. Right. We will discuss it one by one, and I'll let you know which question has to be left, or maybe some modification has to be done. All right. So let's start the discussion. Okay, the first question, if 1 minus p is a root of the quadratic equation this, then its roots are, right? They are saying if 1 minus p is a root of this quadratic equation, if it is a root of the quadratic equation, can I say that it will satisfy the quadratic equation? So I can write 1 minus p whole square plus p into 1 minus p plus 1 minus p should be equal to 0. Correct? Just what I have done, I have substituted the value of x as 1 minus p, right? In place of x, I have written 1 minus p, correct? Now what I'll do, I can see that 1 minus p factor is common in all the three, right? So I'll take it common. So if I take it common, I'll get 1 minus p, right? From here I'll have 1 minus p, because it is square, so 1 is left, right? From here p will be left, and from here again 1 will be left. Right, that will be equal to 0, right, that will be equal to 0. So I'll get 1 minus p into this p and p will cancel, so I'll get 2 is equal to 0. It means that p is equal to one of the root is what? P is equal to 1, right? One of the factor is what? P is equal to 1, correct? All right, this 1 minus p, so one answer is p is equal to 1. Now, if p is equal to 1, right, I can say that the product of the roots, right, the product of the roots is how much? 1 minus p, and the other root we don't know. So, for 1, I will eliminate this option and this option, correct? So, for the other root, what I'll see, I will plug in the value of either 0 or minus 1, right? So, if I put 0 in this, equation, what I am going to get? I am going to get 0 plus 1 minus p equal to 0, and anyway p is equal to 1, correct? So if it is p is equal to 1, I can say that the answer is 0, 0 comma 1, all right? Next, if 1 is one of the roots of this equation, then the second root is equal to what, right? 1 is one of the root of this equation, then we need to find the second roots. Okay, so what I'll do, I know, let's say the roots of this will be what? Alpha and beta, right? Let the root be what? Alpha and beta. So we know alpha plus beta is equal to what? Minus 3 by a, and alpha beta is equal to what? 5 by a, right? Alpha plus beta is equal to what? Minus 3 by a, and alpha beta is equal to what? 5 by a. Now they are saying 1 is one of the roots, so I can write, let's say alpha is equal to 1. If I put alpha is equal to 1 in both of them, I'll get 1 plus beta is equal to minus 3 by a, right? And here I'll get 1 into beta is equal to 5 by a. So I can say from here beta is equal to 5 by a. I can plug in this value, right? So I'll get 1 plus 5 by a is equal to minus 3 by a, right? 1 plus 5 by a is equal to minus 3 by a. Now what I'll do, I will just solve it. I'll send this side and 1 this side. So I'll have 5 by a, right, plus 3 by a is equal to minus 1, right? 5 by a plus 3 by a is equal to minus 1. So I will get what? 5 plus 3, 8 by a is equal to minus 1, right? 8 by a will be equal to what? Minus 1. So I'll have a to be minus 8, right? I'll have a to be what? Minus 8. If a is minus 8, I can plug in this value here and I can get beta to be how much? Minus 5 by 8, right? I can plug in this value here, a I can put it, and I'll get beta to be what? Minus 5 by 8. So what is the answer out of all this? Option number 2. Option number 4, correct? Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Next question. If alpha does not equal to beta, but A square equal to 5a minus 3. It is not a, by the way. It is alpha square equal to 5 alpha minus 3 and beta square equal to 5 beta minus 3. Then the equation whose roots are alpha upon beta and beta upon alpha is what? Alright. So see, they have given that there's some equation has roots alpha and beta in which alpha is not equal to beta. Right? Alpha is not equal to beta. So what I can say? They have given alpha square is equal to 5 alpha minus 3 and beta square is equal to 5 beta minus 3. If I bring it this side, I'll get alpha square minus 5 alpha plus 3 equal to 0 and beta square minus 5 beta plus 3 is equal to 0. Right? Alpha square minus 5 alpha plus 3 is equal to 0. So it means that the equation whose roots are alpha beta will be what? X square minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0, right? The equation whose roots will be what? Alpha and beta will be x square minus 5x plus 3 equal to 0, right? Now its roots are what? Alpha, and this is what? Beta, right? This is alpha and this is beta. So can I say from here I'll get the value of alpha plus beta to be 5 and alpha beta to be 3, right? Alpha plus beta is how much? 5 and alpha beta is equal to what? 3. If alpha plus beta is 5 and alpha beta is 3, then let's find out the equation whose roots are what? Alpha by beta and beta by alpha. Okay. So what I will say? I'll say let this be gamma and this be delta, right? Let this be gamma, this be delta. So what I need to find? I need to find gamma plus delta and gamma into delta. Correct? Gamma plus delta and gamma into delta. Because we need to find sum of the roots and product of the roots. Correct? So gamma into delta will be how much? Alpha by beta into beta by alpha, which will be directly 1. Right? So product of the roots will be directly what? 1. Now we need to find gamma plus delta. So it will be alpha by beta plus beta by alpha. Right? Alpha by beta plus beta by alpha will be equal to what? Alpha square plus beta square upon alpha beta. Right? Alpha square plus beta square upon alpha beta. Now what is alpha square plus beta square? It is alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta upon alpha beta. Correct? This is the value of alpha square plus beta square. Now just need to just plug in the value of 5 and 3 in this. Right? Just plug in the value of 5 and 3. So if you plug in, let's see what do we get. We will get 5 square, which is 25, minus 2 into 3 upon 3. Correct? So 25 minus 6 upon 3 will be how much? 19 by 3. Right? So this will be how much? 19 by 3. Correct? So now we know the sum of the roots is 19 by 3 and product of the roots is what? 1. Correct? So I can write the equation in the form of x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots is equal to 0. Right? So it will be x square minus 19 by 3 into x plus 1 equal to 0. If I simplify, I will get 3x square minus 19x plus 3 is equal to 0. Right? 3x square minus 19x plus 3 is equal to 0, which is again option 4. Right? In the previous question also, the option was 4. This question also it is option 4. Alright? I hope this is also clear, everyone. Let's do the fourth question. Let P, Q and R be real numbers such that the roots of the equation 1 upon x plus P plus 1 upon x plus Q is equal to 1 upon R are equal in magnitude but opposite in sign. Right? Then the sum of the square of the roots is equal to what? Okay. So let's first write the equation. So it is 1 upon x plus P plus 1 upon x plus Q is equal to 1 by R. Right? So if I solve this, I will get x plus cross multiplying, I will get x plus P upon x plus P into x plus Q is equal to 1 by R. Right? So I will have R into 2x plus P plus Q, right? 2x plus P plus Q is equal to x plus P into x plus Q. Correct? I will get this. Okay. So if I multiply this, what I am going to get? I am going to get x square plus P plus QX, right? Plus PQ, right? Plus PQ. Correct? So if I bring everything on one side, what I will have? I will have x square plus x. If I take common, it will be p plus q minus 2r, right? P plus q minus 2r. And from here, I will be having rp plus pq plus rq, right, equal to 0. So this is the quadratic which we are getting, right? Now they are saying this quadratic roots, the roots of this quadratic are what? Let's say alpha and beta, right? Let's say the roots of this quadratic is what? Alpha and beta. So they have mentioned that the roots are equal in magnitude, right? That is alpha is equal to beta, but opposite in sign. So I can say alpha minus alpha, right? The other root, if one root is alpha, the other root has to be what? Minus alpha. If I see in that way, then I can say that alpha plus sum of the roots, alpha plus minus alpha will be equal to 0, right? So that will be how much? It will be equal to what? P plus Q. So I can say P plus Q is equal to what? 2r, right? P plus Q is equal to what? 2r, correct? From here I'll get the value of P plus Q is equal to 2r, right? Now what they are saying, then and also we know that the product of the roots, alpha into minus alpha will be what? PQ plus RQ plus RP, sorry. PQ plus RQ plus RP, right? PQ plus RP is equal to what? Minus alpha square, right? PQ plus RQ plus RP. All right. So what are we actually they are asking us to find? They are asking us to find sum of the square root, that is alpha square plus alpha square, which is they are asking us to find 2 alpha square. Correct? They are asking us to find, because one root is alpha, second root is minus alpha, so it will be what? 2 alpha square. And we already have the value of alpha square. Correct? But you can see in the 3 options, there is no r in this, right? So basically, we need to substitute the value of r. What will I do for r? I know for r, r is what? P plus q by 2, right? R is what? P plus q by 2. So I can write it here. Minus of alpha square, right? Minus of alpha square is equal to PQ. If I take R common, right, I'll get P plus Q from here, right? I'll get P plus Q from here. And what is P plus, what is R? R is P plus Q by 2. So I will substitute this here. So PQ plus P plus Q whole square divided by 2, right? If you simplify this, you will get the value of what? And you will get P plus Q whole square plus 2PQ, right? Plus 2PQ divided by 2, right? P plus divided by 2 is the value of what? Is the value of R square. So now from here I can find the value of 2 alpha square, right? 2R square. And that will be how much? P square. This will be P plus Q whole square plus 4PQ, right? P plus Q whole square plus 4PQ, correct? So from there, after manipulation, you can get the answer. Okay? All right. 5th, the roots of the quadratic equation, these are real and equal, right? They are saying the root of this quadratic equation are real and equal, then what is the condition, right? So what I'll do, I'll expand this. Right, I'll expand this. If I expand this, what I will get? I will get, for this one, I will get x square minus a plus b into x plus ab, right? Plus, from here I'll get x square minus b plus c into x plus bc, right? And for the third one, I will get x square minus a plus c into x plus AC is equal to 0, right? Is equal to 0. So x square plus x square plus x square will be how much? 3x square, right? And if I see the coefficient of x, it will be minus of x. See, A is coming twice, B is coming twice, and C is also coming twice. So I can say 2 times of A plus B plus C, right? 2 times of A plus B plus C. And for the constant term, I'll have AB plus BC plus CA is equal to 0, right? From here AB, from here BC, from here AC is equal to 0. Correct? Okay. Now what they are saying, if the roots of the quadratic is real and equal, if the roots are real and equal, I can say discriminant is equal to 0. Right? We know that if the roots are real and equal, discriminant is equal to what? 0. So if I find the discriminant, right, this will be acting as B. So 4 into A plus B plus C whole square minus 4 into A is 3, into C will be how much? This. So AB plus BC plus CA is equal to 0. Right? AB plus BC plus CA is equal to 0. Okay. So from here both 4 and 4 will be common. I will throw that side. So it will be gone. Right? What I will be left with? I will be left with A plus B plus C whole square minus 3 times of AB plus BC plus CA. Right? 4 and 4 will be cancelling out. So if I expand this, what I'll get? I'll get A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB, right? AB plus BC plus CA minus 3 times of AB plus BC plus CA is equal to 0. Right? AB plus BC plus CA is equal to what? 0. Right? Now if I subtract them, what I am going to get? I am going to get A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus AB plus BC plus CA is equal to 0. Right? A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus CA is equal to 0. And this is actually equivalent to what? Half of A minus B whole square plus B minus C whole square plus C minus A whole square, right, is equal to 0. This is actually equivalent to this, right? If it is equivalent to this, what I can say? I can say that the sum of the squares are 0 is possible when A minus B equal to 0, B minus C is equal to 0, and C minus A is equal to 0. Right? A minus B equal to 0, B minus C equal to 0, and C minus A equal to 0. Right? It means what? It means A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to what? 0. Right? No, it will not be 0. A will be equal to B equal to C. Right? A is equal to B is equal to C. So which will be the option? It is option 2. Right? This is not E, this is C, because everything is in terms of C. So this is option C. Correct? I hope this is also clear to everyone, right, this question. It was a little bit lengthy question, but if you knew this identity, this is a very important identity I have told you before also in the class, right, that this you have to remember. So this question was based on this identity, right. Many times this type of question based on this identity also comes in advanced exam, right. So please remember the identity that A square plus B square plus C square minus AB, BC, CA will be equal to what? Half of A minus B square plus B minus C square plus C minus A whole square. Okay? Okay, let's do the next one. Sixth. If P and Q are the roots of the equation this, then P is equal to 1, Q is equal to minus 2. The options have been given. Okay, they are saying P and Q are the roots of this equation. So I will say the roots are what? P and Q. So from here what I can say sum of the roots is equal to minus P, right? And product of the roots, which is P into Q, will be equal to Q, right? P into Q will be equal to Q. Okay, so from here if I take Q common, right? Don't cancel this Q, otherwise one root will be lost here, right? So if I take Q common, you will have, or bring Q on one side, so you will have PQ minus Q is equal to 0. Now if I take Q common, I'll have Q into P minus 1 equal to 0, right? So there are two options, either Q is equal to 0 or P minus 1 equal to 0. It means P is equal to 1, right? So we have two possibilities. One is Q is equal to 0 and other is P is equal to 1, right? Now let's see from here what is the option. So if I take it this side, right, I'll have 2p is equal to minus q, right? 2p is equal to minus q, right? So if I say q is 0, right? If I'm saying q is 0, then what will happen? If I put it here, I will get p also as 0, right? So in any of the option, both p and q are not 0. So it means this part have to be eliminated, right? Okay, if I say p is equal to 1, if I put p is equal to 1, I will get from there q is equal to minus 2, right? I'll get q is equal to what? Minus 2. Understood? So if q is minus 2 and p is 1, there is only one option, which is option 1, right? Which is option 1. Understood? So that is how we solve this question. All right, this was a simple question, not very difficult. This question we have done it before also. I guess in the class, in the worksheet also it was given. Now we can do it again also, right? The answer will be directly, I can say, it will be a comma b, right? Directly it will be what? A comma b. I will just solve it. I'll explain it how it is coming. But this already we have done in the class. Okay. So what they are saying, this quadratic has roots or what? Alpha and beta. Right? This quadratic have roots or what? Alpha and beta. So what I can do, I can write this quadratic as x square minus a plus b into x, right? Plus ab minus c is equal to 0. When you expand this quadratic and bring this c on this side, you will get this as the quadratic. Okay. Now they are saying that this roots are what? Alpha and beta. These roots are what? Alpha and beta. If it is alpha and beta, I can say alpha plus beta is equal to a plus b, right? And product of the roots, which will be alpha beta, will be equal to what? ab minus c, right? Alpha beta will be equal to what? ab minus c. Okay. Now we need to find the roots, right? We need to find the roots of this equation, correct? So let's expand this given equation. If I expand, I'll get x square minus alpha plus beta into x, right? X square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta, right? Plus c is equal to 0, right? X square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta plus c is equal to what? 0. So from here, can I say that AB, if I send this c this side, I'll have AB is equal to what? Alpha plus beta into c, right? I'll have alpha plus beta into alpha beta plus c, correct? Now if I substitute these two values, this and this, both in this equation, what I'm going to get? I'm going to get x square minus a plus b into x plus this is what? This is AB, right? This is what? AB. So this will be a into b is equal to 0. Right? X square minus a plus b into x plus ab is equal to what? 0. If it is 0, then what I can say, this is the equation, right? This equation is this equation only, right? But we can say that this is sum of the roots and it is product of the roots. It means that this equation has roots what? A and b. If it has root a and b, then I can also say this also has roots a and b, right? So by that logic, the answer is what? Option 3. Understood? By that logic, the option is what? 3. Okay. Now let's do the next one. 8th. Let Px be a quadratic polynomial such that P of 0 equals to 1. Right? P of 0 they have given to be how much? 1. Right? If P of x leaves remainder 4 when divided by x minus 1 and it leaves remainder 6 when divided by x plus 6, then what is the value of P minus 2, P2? Okay. So what I'll do here, right? We assume it's a quadratic polynomial. They have given that it is a quadratic polynomial. They have given, so I can say that P of x be equal to what? Ax square plus bx plus c, right? What I can assume this to be? Ax square plus bx plus c, correct? Now they have given that P of 0 is equal to 1, right? Is equal to what? 1. So I will plug in the value as x equal to 0. So I'll get P of 0 is equal to 0 plus c, right? And they have given this equal to what? 1, right? So I know the value of c now. It is how much? 1. So polynomial will become p of x is equal to what? Ax square plus bx plus 1, right? Ax square plus bx plus 1, correct? Okay, now next point they are saying when we divide this polynomial with x minus 1, right? The remainder is how much? 4. The remainder is how much? 4. It means that p of 1, what is the root of x minus 1? 1, right? So p of 1 is given to be how much? 4, right? And second thing, it leaves remainder 6 when we divide with what? X plus 1, right? So what is the root of x plus 1? Minus 1. So p of minus 1 is equal to what? 6, right? P of minus 1 is equal to what? 6. Now we'll plug in these values and get the answer, right? So if I put it in this equation, right, this equation, what I will get? I will get p of 1 will be equal to what? A plus b plus 1, right? A plus b plus 1, right? And this is given to be what? 4. So 4 is equal to a plus b plus 1. It means that a plus b is equal to 3, right? It means that a plus b is equal to what? 3. And if I put minus 1, right? Minus 1. So what I'll have? P of minus 1 will be what? A minus b plus 1. And they have given it to be how much? Plus 1 equal to 6. So I can say a minus b is equal to 5, right? Now I have two equations, okay? If I add them, so I'll get this and this. If I add, I'll get 2a is equal to 8. So a will be equal to 4. If I plug in the value of a, I will get b to be minus 1. Right? I'll get b to be minus 1. Now I have all the value of a, b and c. It means I have the polynomial itself, right? I have the polynomial itself. What is the polynomial? Polynomial will be p of x will be 4x square, right? Minus x plus 1, right? 4x square minus x plus 1, correct? Now, what are they asking? They are asking the value of either p of 2 or p of minus 2. So if I check for p of 2, right, it will be how much? 4 into 2 square minus 2 plus 1, right? 4 into 2 square minus 2 plus 1. It will be how much? This will be 16 minus 2 plus 1, which will be how much? 14 plus 1, 15, right? It is how much? 15. So it is not matching the option because either they have given p of 2 to be 19 or p of 2 to be 11, right? Now I'll check what? I'll check for p of minus 2. If I'll check for p of minus 2, I'll get 4 into minus 2 square plus 2, right? Plus 2. Yes, plus 1, right? So this will become what? 16 plus 2 plus 1, which will be what? 19, right? Which will be what? 19. And if it is 19, so I can say p of minus 2 is equal to what? 19. Understood? So I hope this is also clear to everyone. 8th question, right? 8th one. Now next, alpha beta be the roots of the equation x square minus root 2x plus root 6, and again this is 1 upon alpha square, right? Alpha square plus 1 upon beta square plus 1 be the roots of the equation this, right? Then the roots of the equation, actually this in the root of the equation x square minus a plus b minus 2 plus this is equal to what? Okay, so let's find out first the values one by one, and then we will see, right, what how will we get the answer, correct? So this equation has been given as what? Roots are what? Alpha and beta, right? This equation roots are what? Alpha and beta. So can I say from here alpha plus beta is equal to root 2, right? Sum of the roots will be what? Root 2, and product of the roots, which is alpha into beta, will be equal to what? Root 6, right? Will be equal to what? Root 6. Okay. Now this equation has roots 1 upon alpha square plus 1 and 1 upon beta square plus 1. So there is sum of the roots, right? There is sum. 1 upon alpha square plus 1 plus 1 upon beta square plus 1 should be equal to minus a, right? And their product, which is 1 upon alpha square plus 1 and 1 upon beta square plus 1 should be equal to what? Root 6. No, it will be equal to what? B. Should be equal to B. right? So now we have the value of a and b. Okay, now let's see what are we getting. Okay, so if I find out this relation, I will get, this is how much, 1 upon alpha square plus 1 upon beta square plus 2 is equal to a minus a, right? And if I multiply this one, I'll get 1 upon alpha square into beta square plus 1 upon alpha square plus beta square plus 1 is equal to b, right? Is equal to what? B. Okay. All right. Now what we need to find? We need to find the roots of these equations are what, right? So what I will do, I will find out the discriminant, right? I will find out the discriminant. Achha, by the way, before finding the discriminant, if you see in both of these, they have given a plus b, right? A plus b. All right. So if let's see if I can find the value of a plus b, right? How can I find? I can say from here, from this equation, 1 upon alpha square plus 1 upon beta square will be equal to what? Minus of a minus 2, right? This value I can substitute it here, right? This value I can substitute it here. If I substitute it here, and alpha square beta square, right? Alpha square beta square. Alpha beta is root 6. So alpha square plus beta, alpha square beta square will be what? 6. So from here I will have, 1 by 6, right? In place of this, what I am writing, minus a minus 2 plus 1, right? Minus a minus 2 plus 1 is equal to b, right? Okay, so what I will have now, if I send a on this side, I'll have 1 upon 6, 1 upon 6, right? 1 upon 6 minus 1 is equal to a plus b. 1 upon 6 minus 1 is equal to what? A plus b. So from here I'll get the value of a plus b. What is the value of a plus b? It is minus 5 by 6 is equal to a plus b. I have taken LCM. So I've got the value of what? A plus b. If I have the value of a plus b, right, I can substitute it here and let's see what the equation reduced down to. So it will become what? X square minus, in place of a plus b, what I'll write? Minus 5 by 6 minus 2, right? X plus minus 5 by 6 plus 2 is equal to what? 0, right? Is equal to what? 0. So if I take LCM, I'll get 6x square minus 17x, right? Minus 17x plus 12 minus 5 is going to be 7 is equal to 0, right? 12 minus 5 is equal to be 7, right? Now this is the equation which is reduced down to this one. Okay. Now we need to find that whether this equation roots are what, right? So if I find out the root of this equation, for this I need to find d, right? So if I find d, what I'll get d as? I'll get 17 square minus 4 into 6 into 7, right? 17 square minus 4 into 6 into 7. This is definitely going to be greater than 0, right? This is definitely going to be what? Greater than 0, correct? So if it is greater than 0, I can say the roots are real and distinct, right? Real and distinct. That has to be in the option, right? Otherwise you cannot find the, right now you don't know how to find the roots are real and positive or negative. So the answer for this will be what? Real and distinct, right? Real and distinct. Understood? There was an error in this. So this you right now don't know how exactly you need to find whether the roots are positive, negative, what, right? So this is what uses answer, real and distinct. Okay. All right. But it's a very good question. There were a lot of solving was there. Only the ending part was not just in the syllabus, how to find whether roots are positive or negative, right? We can just find out whether the roots are real and distinct, whether the roots are non-real, right? Or whether the roots are real and equal, all right? So right now we don't know this part, okay? Next. If alpha beta are the roots of the equation 3x square minus 5x minus 7 equal to 0, then the equation whose roots are this is. Again, this question is also similar to that, but there is some what do you call error in this question, right? So what you will do, you find the equation whose roots are this, right? you find the equation, we need to change this question, that we need to find the equation whose roots are this. Correct? So what I can do here, see, if alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, so can I say 3 alpha square plus 5 alpha minus 7 equal to 0? Right? 3 alpha square plus 5 alpha minus 7 equal to 0. Right? So from here what I can say, 3 alpha square plus 5 alpha equal to 7, or I can, if I take alpha common, I'll get 3 alpha plus 5 is equal to what? 7 by alpha. Right? 3 alpha plus 5 will be what? 7 by alpha. If I reciprocal this, so I'll get 1 upon 3 alpha plus 5 is equal to alpha by 7. Right? I will get it to be equal to what? Alpha by 7. Am I correct? Okay. Now, similarly, I'll get 1 upon 3 beta plus 5 should be equal to beta by 7. Right? And what do we need to do? We need to find the equation whose roots are this and this. Right? So what I will do, I will find sum of the roots will be equal to what? Alpha by 7 plus beta by 7, which will be equal to alpha plus beta by 7. Right? What is alpha plus beta? If its roots are alpha and beta, alpha plus beta will be equal to what? Minus 5 by 3. And alpha beta will be equal to what? Minus 7 by 3. Correct? So alpha plus beta will be how much? Minus 5 by 3. I can put it here. If I put it, what I will get? Minus 5 by 21. Right? Minus 5 by 21. And what will be the product of the roots? Alpha by 7 into beta by 7. Right? So it will be how much? Alpha beta by 49. Right? What is the value of alpha beta? Minus 7 by 3. So I will plug it here. So I will get minus 7 by 3 into 49. So 7 divide this. So it will become minus 1 upon 21. Right? If I have sum of the roots and I have product of the roots, I can write the equation to be x square minus sum of the roots. Right? X square minus sum of the roots, which is how much? Minus 5 upon 21x plus product of the roots, which is how much? Minus 1 upon 21 equal to 0. Right? If I take the LCM, I'll get 21x square plus 5x, right? Minus 1 equal to 0. 21x square plus 5x minus 1 equal to what? 0. Understood? So this is the question. This is the answer. Right now, just change the question that we need to find the equation whose roots are this and this. So the answer for that will be what? This. Right now, this question is anyway incomplete and you don't know how to find this. So to change the question, we have changed the question and we have got the answer to be how much? 21x square plus 5x minus 1 equal to 0. Alright? Let's do the next question. What are they saying? If 2 and 6 are the roots of ax square plus bx plus 1, then the quadratic equation whose roots are 1 upon 2a plus b and 1 upon 6a plus b. Alright? 1 upon this plus b. Okay, fine. So what I can do? See, if 2 and 6 are the root of this equation, I can say sum of the roots, which is 2 plus 6 should be equal to minus b by a. Right? And product of the roots, which is 2 into 6, should be equal to 1 upon a. Right? So I will get I will get a to be how much? 1 by 12. Right? A to be how much? 1 by 12. If I have a as 1 by 12, I can put it here. So I'll get 8 is equal to minus b into 1 by 12. If I go with this side, so I'll get b is equal to minus 8 into 1 by 12, which will be how much? It will be minus 2 by 3. Yes. Right? It will be how much? Minus 2 by 3. Okay. Now, if I put these values here, right, I can find the value of 2a plus b. Right? 2a plus b also I can find, and I can also find 6a plus b. Right? 2a plus b also I can find 6a plus b. So what is 2a plus b? 2 into a will be how much? 1 by 6. And if I do plus b, right, b is how much? Minus 2 by 3. So minus 2 by 3. This will be how much? If I multiply it with 2, I'll get 1 minus 4 divided by 6. So it will be minus 3 by 6, which will be how much? Minus 1 by 2. Right? Minus 1 by 2. if 2a plus b is this, right? So 1 upon 2a plus b will be how much? It will be minus 2, reciprocal of this, right? But similarly, I can also find the value of 6a plus b, correct? So for 6a plus b, what I will do? I will write 6 into 1 by 12 minus 2 by 3, correct? So what I will get from here? 1 by 2 minus 2 by 3. If I cross multiply, I'll get 3 minus 4 divided by 6, which is minus 1 by 6, right? Minus 1 by 6. If this is minus 1 by 6, then the reciprocal of this 1 upon 6a plus b will be equal to what? Minus 6. So basically, if they have asked us to find the equation whose roots are this and this, they're asking us to find the equation whose roots are minus 2 and minus 6, right? So I can easily write the equation by this format: x square minus sum of the roots into x plus p is equal to 0, right? X square minus sum of the roots into x plus p is equal to 0. So it means that it will be x square minus, what is sum of the roots? Minus 2 and minus 6. If I do sum, I will get minus 8 x plus, what will be the product of the roots? 12 is equal to 0, correct? So which is the answer? Again option 4, right? X square plus 8x plus 12 is equal to 0, right? X square plus 8x plus 12 equal to 0. Okay, I hope it is clear to everyone. 11th question. Next, if alpha beta are the roots of the equation x square minus 15x plus 1 equal to 0, then the value of 1 upon alpha minus 15 to the power minus 2 plus 1 upon beta minus 15 to the power minus 2 is equal to what? Okay, so if this is the roots of this equation, can I say alpha square minus 15 alpha plus 1 equal to 0, right? Alpha square minus 15 alpha plus 1 equal to 0, right? Now if I divide everything with alpha square, right? If I divide everything with alpha square, I'll get 1 minus 15 by alpha. Okay, we divide with alpha only, right? We divide with alpha, not alpha square. So if I divide just with alpha, what I'll get? Alpha minus 15 plus 1 upon alpha is equal to 0, right? So can I say alpha is equal to 1 upon alpha plus 15? Actually it is 15 minus alpha, right? 1 upon alpha, this will be minus and this will be plus, right? So alpha will be equal to what? 15 minus 1 upon alpha. Similarly, I can say beta will be equal to what? 15 minus 1 upon beta, by same logic, correct? Now let's see what they have asked. If you see what they have asked, right? They are asking 1 upon 1 by a minus 15 square plus 1 upon alpha, it's alpha, 1 upon beta minus 15 square, right, is equal to, right? We need to find the value. So we know that this is equal to what? Alpha, and this is equal to what? Beta. So I can write this will be equal to 1 upon minus alpha square plus 1 upon minus beta square, right? Because if this is alpha and this is beta, these are what? Minus alpha and minus beta. So I'll have alpha square plus beta square upon alpha beta whole square, which is nothing but alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta upon alpha beta whole square, correct? Okay, now we know what is the value of, can we find the value of alpha plus beta from here? Yes. So what is the value of alpha plus beta? 15, and alpha beta will be equal to 1, right? If I plug in the value here, what I will get? I will get 15 square minus 2 into 1 upon 1, right? Which will be 225 minus 2, which will be how much? 223, right? It will be how much? 223. So answer is option number 3, right? Answer is option number 3. I hope it is clear to everyone, right? Next. the number of real solution of the equation 3x square plus 1 upon x square minus 2x plus 1 upon x plus 5 is equal to 0. Right? So what I will do in this, I will say let x plus 1 upon x be t. Right? I'll say let x plus 1 upon x be what? T. If I square on both the side, I will get x plus 1 upon x whole square is equal to t square. So it means x square plus 1 upon x square plus 2 is equal to t square. It means that x square plus 1 upon x square is equal to t square minus 2. Right? Is equal to t square minus 2. I can just plug in this value in this equation. Right? So what do I get? I will get 3 into t square minus 2, right? 3 into t square minus 2 minus 2 into t plus 5 is equal to 0, right? Plus 5 is equal to 0, correct? This equation reduced down to this one. Now it will be 3t square minus 6 minus 2t plus 5 is equal to 0. It means that 3t square minus 2t minus 1 equal to 0. Correct? So I'll have 3t square minus 3t plus t minus 1 equal to 0. Correct? So from here I will have 3t, if I take common, I'll have t minus 1 plus 1 t minus 1 equal to 0. So I'll have t is equal to minus 1 by 3 or t is equal to 1. Right? T is equal to minus 1 by 3 or t is equal to 1. Now let's see. Right? Actually in the question there is no t. There is what? X plus 1 by x. Right? We know it is in terms of x plus 1 by x. So let's find out. So we know x plus 1 by x is equal to 1. Right? And x plus 1 by x is equal to minus 1 by 3. Correct? From here. Okay. If I simplify this particular equation, I'll get x square minus x plus 1 equal to 0. Right? X square minus x plus 1 equal to 0. Now let's see how many roots does this equation has. Right? For this, what will I do? I will find discriminant. Right? So for discriminant, d will be equal to what? 1 minus 4, which will be minus 3. It means it is negative. If it is negative, I'll say no real roots. Right? So this particular part gave no real roots. Now let's see about this one. Right? So what I will get? I will get x square plus 1 is equal to minus x, right, into 3. So I'll get 3x square plus x plus 3 is equal to 0, right? 3x square plus x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now again, if I find d for this also, right, d. So d if I find, I'll get 1 minus 4 into 3 into 3, right? It will be 1 minus 36, which will be minus 35. So it is negative, right? It is what? Negative. If it is negative, I can say it also doesn't have any root, real root. So it means that this whole equation will have no real root, right? This whole equation will have no real roots. Understood? I hope it is clear to everyone how to solve this kind of question. Right? Let's go to the next one. Just give me a minute. Okay, so what they are saying, root 3 plus root 2 to the power x plus root 3 minus root 2 to the power x is equal to 10. Then the number of elements in S is equal to what? Okay, so what I am saying, let root 3 plus root 2, right? Root 3 plus root 2 to be what? T. Right? Root 3 plus root 2 to be what? T. Correct? Okay, root 3 plus root 2 to the power x to be t. Okay, I think that will be better. All right. If I rationalize this, inside, what will I get? Root 3 plus root 2 into root 3 minus root 2, right? Divide by root 3 minus root 2 to the power whole x, will be equal to t, right? Now this and this will become what? 3 minus 2, which is equal to what? 1. So I'll have 1 upon root 3 minus root 2 to the power x is equal to t, right? So I can say from here that root 3 minus root 2 to the power x will be equal to 1 by t, right? Will be equal to what? 1 by t, right? So this is t, this is 1 by t. If I write it here, I'll get t plus 1 by t is equal to 10. Right? T plus 1 by t is equal to what? 10. Correct? So I will have t square minus 10t plus 1 equal to 0. Right? T square minus 10t plus 1 is equal to what? 0. Correct? So if I try to find out the solution for this, there will be no factorization from here. Right? So if I do factorization, I apply formula, I'll get t is equal to 10 plus minus square root of 100 minus 4 upon 2, right? 10 plus minus square root of 100 minus 4 upon 2, right? But what is t? T is root 3 plus root 2 to the power t, right? So root 3 plus root 2 to the power x. Now this will give me how many values? 2 values, right? This will give me how many values? 2 values, right? So from there you will get the number of answer will be how much? 2. Okay, from here I'll get 2 values. Understood? Okay. Next, the number of real roots of the equation root 3 plus 1. Actually this one also there is a issue that there is no equation in this, right? There is nothing here. It has to be something 0 or some number to actually find the number of roots. So this question we have to eliminate. Okay. Okay, if alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, then beta is equal to what, right? So let's simplify this equation. If I simplify, what will I get? I will get 4x square plus 2x minus 1 equal to 0, right? 4x square plus 2x minus 1 equal to 0, right? We can't factorize this, but we can say that alpha plus beta, right? Alpha plus beta will be how much? Minus 2 by 4. And alpha beta, right? Alpha beta will be equal to how much? Minus 1 by 4. Right? We can see this. Alpha plus beta is equal to what? Minus 1 by 4. And beta plus alpha will be what? Minus. Okay. Now what I can do? See, I know, okay, if it has roots as alpha, right? It has a root as alpha. Can I write 2 alpha into 2 alpha plus 1 equal to 1, right? Can I say this? 2 alpha into 2 alpha plus 1 equal to 1, right? So from here I'll get 2 alpha is equal to how much? 1 upon 2 alpha plus 1, right? I'll get 1 upon 2 alpha plus 1, but we need to find the value of beta. So what I can do from here? I can write alpha plus beta is equal to minus half and alpha beta equal to minus 1 by 4. Correct? In this equation. Okay, and beta, if I directly say it to be equal to 2 alpha square, we can't find the value, right? But we can actually find the roots, right? So this will be a little lengthy, but we need to find the roots. So alpha x will be equal to what? Minus 2 plus or minus square root of, right? X will be equal to minus 2 plus or minus square root of 4 plus 4 into 4 divided by 2. I divide by 2. Now from here I'll get 2 values, one of alpha and one of beta. And for that we need to put the values and check. This will be a little lengthy, but if you put the values of alpha and beta from here and substitute in the option, you can get the answer. Okay. Don't try this method and this method. Okay, try this when you can actually put the roots of this equation. Okay. Next, let p of x be a polynomial, quadratic polynomial for which remainders when divided by x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3, right, respectively are 3, 7 and 13. Right, 3, 7 and 13. Then then we need to find what is this kind of question we have done. But in this case, there are 3 remainders. So I'll assume the quadratic to be what? Ax square plus bx plus c, right? If I put p of 1, I'm gonna get a plus b plus c, right? And this they have given to be 3, right? If I put 2, I will get 4a plus 2b plus c, right? It will be how much? 7, right? And p of 3, which is 9a plus 3b plus c, it is given to be how much? 13. Right? Now there are 3 equations and 3 variables, right? I don't know how many of you people know how to solve this, but I'll teach you how to solve this one, right? What I'll do, I will subtract these 2 and these 2, right? So if I subtract these 2, what I'll get? 3a plus b, c and c will cancel, 3a plus b will be equal to 4, and if I subtract these 2, 9a minus 4a will be 5a, and 3b minus 2b will be what? B. Is equal to 13 minus 7 will be what? 6. Right? Now if I subtract these, I'll get 2a is equal to 2. So a will be equal to 1. Right? If I get a equal to 1, I can put it here, and I can get b also equal to 4 minus 3, which is 1. Right? So if a is 1, b is 1, I can get c also as how much? 1. Right? So I know the quadratic now. Right? What is the quadratic? P of x is equal to x square plus x plus 1. Right? X square plus x plus 1. What are they asking? They're asking us to find the value of p of 2 or p of minus 2. Right? But in this case, see, p of 2 they have already given us. It is 7. Right? P of 2 they have already given it is 7. So this cannot be the answer and this cannot be the answer. Now I just need to check for p of minus 2. So if I check for p of minus 2, it will be 4 minus 2 plus 1, right? So 4 minus 2 is 2, it is 3. How much? It is 3. So the answer for this will be what? Option number 4. Right? This will be option number 4. Okay. I hope this is clear for this. 18th. If alpha and beta are the roots of 7x square minus 3x minus 2 equal to 0, then the value of alpha upon 1 minus alpha square plus beta upon 1 minus beta square equal to what? Okay. See, if this equation roots are alpha and beta, can I say alpha plus beta is equal to 3 by 7 and alpha beta is equal to minus 2 by 7? Right? We know this value. Now they are asking us to find the value of this thing. So what I will do, I will solve it. I have alpha upon 1 minus alpha square plus beta upon 1 minus beta square, right? It is equal to what? So see, I will cross multiply this. If I cross multiply, I'll have alpha into 1 minus beta square plus beta into 1 minus alpha square upon 1 minus alpha square into 1 minus beta square, right? This will become alpha minus alpha plus beta minus alpha beta, right? Alpha beta into beta alpha plus beta, right? Upon, in denominator I'll have 1 minus alpha square beta square plus alpha square beta square. Okay? Alright, so in this case we know the value of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. So, and this will be equal to what? I can put the value. Before that, alpha square plus beta square. Alpha square plus beta square is equal to what? Alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Right? Minus 2 alpha beta. So this will be reduced down to alpha plus beta minus alpha beta into alpha plus beta upon 1 minus alpha plus beta whole square plus 2 alpha beta plus alpha square beta square. Right? Now I'll just plug in the value of 3 by 7 minus 2 by 7 and I will get the answer. Right? You can plug in the value in this and you can get the answer. Okay? Alright. Let's do the next one. Next is saying if 3 minus root 5 is the root of this equation, Then what is the value? Then Q satisfies what, right? Q satisfies what? Okay. Q and P, the relation is what? All right. So what I can say, if it is the root of the equation, I can plug in this value in this, right? If I do that, I will get 3 minus root 5 whole square plus P into 3 minus root 5, right? Plus Q is equal to 0, right? Now, if I expand this, what will I get? 3 square minus 2 into 3 into root 5 plus 5 plus P into 3 minus root 5 plus Q is equal to 0, right? So this is going to be 9 plus 5, right? So 9 plus 5 is 14, right? 14 minus 6 root 5, right? Plus 3p minus p root 5, right? Plus q is equal to 0, right? Plus q is equal to what? 0, right? Now see, root 5 is there and this is also this. So if I compare this and this, I will get the value of p from here, right? So what I can say? I can say 14 plus 3p plus q is equal to 0, right? And from here I will get minus 6 root 5 minus p root 5 to be equal to 0. It means that p is equal to minus 6. If p is minus 6, I can put it here and I will get 14 plus 3 into minus 6 plus q is equal to 0. So q will be equal to what? Minus 4. Q will be equal to 4. If p is minus 6 and q is 4, then I can plug in the value and I can check the answer which one is satisfying, right? P is minus 6 and q is 4. All right, you can do this yourself. That's how we have got the value of p and q. Okay, next is what? Difference between the corresponding roots of x square plus ax plus b equal to 0 and x square plus bx plus a equal to 0 is same, right? Is same. So what they are saying, if this is alpha, this is beta, this is gamma and this is delta, right? Alpha, beta and gamma, delta. So can I say alpha, according to the given information, they are saying alpha minus beta is equal to gamma minus delta, right? Alpha minus beta is equal to gamma minus delta. If I square this, I will get alpha minus beta whole square is equal to gamma minus delta whole square, right? What does this is equal to? It is equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta, and this will be equal to gamma plus delta whole square minus 2 gamma delta, right? It will be equal to minus 2 gamma delta. Okay, now I know the value of alpha plus beta from here. It is minus a, and alpha beta is equal to what? B. So I will put here minus a square will be what? A square minus 2b, right? This is what? A square minus 2b, correct? And from here, if I say, it will be minus b whole square minus 2a, right? It will be minus 2a. If I bring everything on one side, right, what I will get? I will get a square minus b square plus 2a minus b is equal to 0, right? 2a minus b is equal to 0. From here I will take a minus b common, right? So if I take a minus b common, I will get a minus b into a plus b plus 2 into a minus b equal to 0, right? So I can take a minus b common from here and I'll have a plus b plus 2 is equal to 0. It means that a plus b plus 2 equal to 0 or a minus b equal to 0. This implies a is equal to b, right? But a can't be equal to b. By they have mentioned this here, right? So this is not possible. It means that a plus b is equal to minus 2, and minus of a plus b will be what? Equal to 2, right? It will be equal to 2. I guess it is not given in the option, but it will be equal to what? 2. So it is actually it is 4. The formula is for 4. So this will be till end 4. So we'll get 4 as the answer, right? Not 2. Understood? It is as 4. Okay. Let's do the next one. The number of values of p for which the equation this possesses more than 2 roots. What does more than 2 roots implies? That it is an identity. Right? This is an what? Identity. If it is an identity, I know that in any identity, a is equal to b is equal to c is equal to 0. Right? A is equal to b is equal to c is equal to 0. So what I will do, I know p square minus 3p plus 2 equal to 0. Right? Then p square minus 5p plus 4 equal to 0 and p minus p square equal to 0. Right? From here, I will get p is equal to 1 or p is equal to 2. From here, I'll have p is equal to 1, p is equal to 4. And from here, I'll have p is equal to 0 and p is equal to 1. Right? So what is the common value in all of them? P is equal to 1. Right? So they have asked the number of values of p. There is only one value of p for which it is possessing 0 and it is also 1. Then the answer for this is also what? 1. Alright? Okay. I hope it is clear to everyone. The total number of integral values of this has integral roots, as integral real roots, right? Okay, so what I will do, I will send this 1 on that side, right? So what I will be getting, x square minus a plus 1x, right, plus a is equal to 1, right? X square minus a plus 1x plus a equal to 1. If I factorize this one, right, I will have x square minus ax minus x plus equal to 1. So if I take x common, I'll have x minus a minus 1, x minus a equal to 0. It means x equal to 1 or x equal to a, right? X is equal to 1 or x is equal to a. Correct. So what they are, total number of integral values of a. Right, total number of integral values of what? A. So if x is equal to 1, right, I can plug in the value of x is equal to 1 and check whether a is equal to what, right? I think a will cancel out if we just do this, because it will be satisfying this, right? And if x is equal to a also I will get 0, right? So because x is equal to a is also one of the root of this equation. So wait a minute, there is a mistake here that it is actually equal to 1, right? Not this. So from here I can say x minus 1 into x minus a equal to 1, right? X minus 1 into x minus a equal to 1. Alright, so what we need to find integral values. So two integer product is equal to 1 is only possible when both x minus 1 is equal to 1 and x minus a is also equal to 1, right? Or when x minus 1 equal to minus 1 and x minus a is equal to minus 1, right? Minus 1 into minus 1 is equal to 1 or 1 into 1 equal to 1. If I do this, I'll get x is equal to 2. If I put x equal to 2 in this, I'll get 2 minus a equal to 1. So I'll get a equal to 1, right? I'll get a equal to 1. So one value from here, and from here if I put x is equal to 0, I'll get minus a equal to minus 1. So again I got a equal to 1, right? So in any of the cases, both the cases, I am getting a is all 1. If a is 1, total number of integral values of a is how much? 1. Okay. For this also the answer is how much? 1. Has unequal real roots, right? Then the least value of this is equal to what, right? So unequal for this, if it is unequal, what you have to do? You have to put d is greater than 0, right? D greater than 0, right? But then what will happen? This you will get a quadratic in terms of b, okay? And after that, the theory what is there, you don't know right now. But this question was out of syllabus because of this, so we have to skip this part, okay? Then 24th, if fx is a quadratic expression such that f of -1 plus f of 2 is equal to 0 and 1 is a root of fx, right? 1 is a root of fx. Then the other root of fx equal to what? Okay. So let's say I'll write fx to be equal to what? A into x minus 1 into x minus, let's say b, right? A into x minus 1 into x minus b. This is a quadratic, right? Because 1 is the root of this quadratic. Okay. And if I put f of -1 in this, so I'll get a into -1 and -1 minus b. Correct. So what I will get from here? I will get minus 2a, and this minus will also come, so it will become 2a 1 plus b, right? 2a 1 plus b. Okay. And if I put f of 2, what I'll get? A into 2 minus 1, which is 1, right? And 2 minus b. Right? If I add them, they are saying it is 0, right? If I add them, they are saying it is 0. So if I add them, f of 1 plus f of minus 2, so I'll get 2a 1 plus b plus a 2 minus b, right? So if I take a common, I will have 2 plus 2b plus 2 minus b is equal to what? 0, right? Is equal to what? 0. If it is 0, then I will have either a is equal to 0, but a can't be 0, right? Or the other thing will be what? 4 plus b is equal to 0, right? 4 plus b is equal to what? 0. So I will have b to be how much? Minus 4, right? 4 plus b is equal to 0. Yes, b is equal to what? Minus 4. And that was the other root which we need to find. So the other root of this equation will be what? Minus 4. Okay. And the last question. Again, this question is not the part of your syllabus, so you have to skip this part, right? It is of complex number. Right now you don't know what is complex number. That's why you have to skip this question also. Okay, so few questions we have discussed that were not the part of the syllabus, and some of them were not having the right typing error was there. Anyway, other questions we have solved, and I hope all of the doubts are clear. If there are still some doubts left for you people, you can go to any center from 2 to 5 o'clock during weekdays also, and today also. There will be doubt faculties who will be clearing your doubts, right? If you have any of this from this or CBC 1 booklet, all right, from worksheet. Okay, thank you everyone. See you on next Saturday. All right, bye-bye.